So you stumbled on the Napalm channel. Blown fuse panel, killed and tremble. Smoke a camel, don't get anal. It's classic games all the time. Watch me rhyme, stream full time in my prime. Killing undead like I'm Rick Grimes. Stream starting soon, so let's attune. Streams in the afternoon beneath the moon. Let's commune. Getting old, need a spoon when I eat my prunes. I learned to group in Black Burrow, end up in the dunes. So hit the like and the sub and the bell. I don't smell pretty swell in the dungeons where I dwell. You'll be a fan, I foretell. Shoot a spell when I yell and be my clientele.
Now that's a nice shirt, huh? Introducing Into the AM, the most comfortable shirts I have ever owned. I'm serious. Man, the clothing of Into the AM had fast delivery, and I'm so excited to announce that we've partnered up with Into the AM for an exclusive deal for you. My community gets 10% off, and yes, it stacks on top of any other promotions or discounts they have on the website. Check the link in the description down below to get the discount and check out the Nathan Napalm, that's me, my most absolute favorite shirts ever. Bright, beautiful designs. They fit perfect, man. They make you look good. And once you wear one, you'll never want to wear another shirt again. You're just going to want Into the AM all the time. So click the link. It helps the channel when you do purchase off this website using my link, and you're going to get the benefit of the softest, most premium shirts you've ever had. Click that link. Click that link. Let's go.
I want to give a very special thank you to the members of NAPALM for your contributions month over month in keeping me full time. You help me pay the bills so I can keep streaming and pumping out content, and I truly appreciate all of you. Thank you so much, and I think you might be interested in becoming a member of the channel. Please click the join button down below the video for more information and join our family. And I want to give an extremely big shout out to the Lords of Napalm. Bounty Code, Jared Woodhouse, Daimlos.
What is up, everybody? We are live with some Embers of Drift. We're going to be trying to get this XP. What's up, Bounty Code? Oh, hello. Got my new PC installed at Embers. Got everything on max settings. About to log in and see this baby with new eyes. That is fantastic news. It's a beautiful game, man. When you crank this bad boy all the way up, what are you up to, Bounty? Are you allowed to talk about it? Do you want some Embers XP? Because we do have 2 slots available. I've already got 2 healers in the group. It's totally open. I got 2 slots. You just need to be around level 26 or better. And I've got 2 slots if anybody wants to... Oh, Bounty Code just logged in. Oh, son. And Bounty Code just got to the level where he's going to get some crazy good XP down here, too. It's perfect. It's freaking perfect. All right. And we got room for one more. One more. What level are you, Hollow? Are you 26-ish? You got me interested in Embers? Show me the ways. It's a good game, bro. It's a good game. It's good. Yeah, we're going to be going down into a dungeon. We're going to be going down into the... It's right over there. We're in Red Shore Ridge. We're going to be headed over to the Forgotten Depths. Premium dungeon content. Hopefully see some names. And I'm in voice chat. So I'm going to hop over here on my live voice chat. Don't see anybody yet waiting to get in. We'll have some fun today. What's up, Bounty Code?
Mr. Nathan.
How are you doing, man?
Great.
The world's a little more colorful and beautiful as of yesterday. Have you noticed that?
Yes, I did notice that. Everybody's a little perkier.
Feels a little bit better. Life is a little bit sweeter as of yesterday.
Yeah. Yes.
All right, have a good night, Tomart. What was that?
9 hours of fun.
9 hours of absolute glory. This game looks cool. Looking forward to seeing you... looking forward to seeing you get into trouble. Oh, we're going to get in some trouble tonight. That's what we do.
You're at the bottom fire...
Yep.
Campfire?
Yep. Right at the bottom left.
Okay, I'm running there now.
All right, let me see if I can get one more person. 21. I wouldn't. He's a little too low. He gets smashed. I'll ask World if I can't get one. It's like when you get your glasses for the first time and everything is in HD. Yeah, and you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't know the world looked this good.
Yeah.
I fought getting glasses for so long. I think that we kept getting bigger TVs is what was happening. And we had a 70-inch in the living room. And my wife walked in. I was playing an RPG, and I had pulled the chair up right in front of the 70-inch like it was a monitor. And my wife was like, why are you sitting so close to the TV? And I was like, so I can read the story. And she was like, okay, I'm not leaving this up to you anymore. I'm calling and getting you an appointment to go see an eye doctor. Like, this is ridiculous. The letters are like, 12 inches tall, dude. If you can't see that from the couch.
You might need glasses if.
It's not like the couch was that far from the TV either. What's up, Mujan? We got room? Wait a minute. Oh, sorry. No, we don't. We just filled up. I was about to say, Mujan, we have room. We just filled up. But you never know. Might be room in a minute, Mujan. Might be room in a minute. All right, there we go. Now we just got to all meet up. The Ember Ring right beside Gotten Depths. All right, so babysitting the puppy's almost over. We got the wife will probably on her way home now. It's a long drive for her though. She won't be back for another 5 hours. This is probably the last stream I'll be doing with the puppy in the lap. But I would like to say, puppy did a good job over the weekend. 9 hours of Pantheon, okay, totally chill. 4 hours of Monsters and Memories, totally chill. Good boy. Seems like tonight for Embers, he's getting a little squirmy though. I think he's like, okay, Dad. Everybody else does cooler stuff. Yeah, puppy's name is Gustavo. He's the MMO puppy, dude. He's awesome for MMOs. I don't know how he's gonna do during this though. He's for the first time he's getting a little squirmy. Oh, making a character. What to make? I did make a really good Embers of Drift guide that kind of steps through. It basically shows all the abilities for all the classes up to level 30. You will have to pause it because it kind of flashes them kind of quick and gives a very brief summary of all the classes. But there's not a class in the game that sucks. All of them have their purpose. Alright, Test Pilot and Black Widow are on the way. No, we'll be alright, man. However we do it, we'll be alright. You don't have to leave. Oh, nice. We got 2 people never been to Forgotten Depths. Awesome. Is Sparrow, she playing a little bit of that MMO? Bounty?
She's taking the night off, I think, because she's got early jury duty tomorrow morning.
Oh,
7:30. Yeah.
Jury duty. Like she actually got picked, or she's going where they're gonna see if she gets picked.
Yeah, she's going to see if they're gonna get picked.
I see.
You get pulled in, the big pool of like 400 people, and they do, random pulls, and then they
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah, I've done that once in my life.
I've
where
never
I
had to do it yet. Not gotten
Yeah.
picked yet.
I got picked, and it was like a 4 or 5 day long trial, and it was it was an experience.
You did get picked.
Yes.
Interesting.
And it was a murder trial.
Whoa. Dang. So Sparrow, just every time they ask you a question, just be like, "I'm so happy that we're getting to play the MMO version now." Just keep saying that. Keep acting like it's general questions from the community about Pantheon and answer it that way. And you won't get picked. You won't get picked. They're like, what? What is she even talking about?
She's insane.
What the heck is an MMO?
Right.
Good evening, everyone.
Hey, what's up, man?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good.
Great.
So, Sparrow, you're in the group? Or you just...
No. She's just hanging out in chat.
Okay, cool.
Her husband's here, though.
And
Bounty's her
to be
husband.
invited.
What's that now?
Sorry, go ahead. I was saying that I'm eager to get my alpha invite in December.
Yeah. Alpha time. Or, well, not alpha time. Alpha tester time. Alpha tester's getting to get in.
Yeah, we definitely have to make that clear.
Yeah, because I keep saying alpha, but I'm talking about alpha members, not alpha as in we're moving into alpha.
Right. I don't think, doesn't matter how many times we'll say it, how clearly we try to say it, there'll be confusion.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I'm sorry. So I'm eager to get my alpha tester invite in December.
Yes.
Right.
What, people should be paid to test the 247 extraction mode? Oh, doggy, come on, it's the last stream, bro. It's the last time. I just need you to be cool for a little bit.
Oh, whiskey.
He wants to play. He's got the energy right now.
That's a tough question, whiskey.
What would you rather do, jury duty or play Pantheon extraction? I mean, I would rather do the extraction, but I'm not gonna lie. It's. I mean, look, it's also a little bit interesting to find out like all the bad stuff somebody did, maybe, right? I mean, it's a little bit interesting, right?
I would say everyone should do it once in their life, but no more than that.
No.
I think that everyone is here.
All right, cool. Let's head in. No, dog's been outside. I took him out twice in between my last stream. I think he's got a lot of energy. He just wants to play. So I'll try to play with him in between abilities. I know. I may have to move the puppy.
You can take puppy breaks if you have to.
May have to just let him play with the other dog for a while. Okay, everybody knows. Oh, we got baddies outside. I went ahead and zoned in.
I zoned in.
Downloading. Uh-oh. Crip Hound's almost in. Something interesting to chew on. I do have some things. Don't eat it, though. Good call, Sparrow. Let's see if that helps. Books, trash. Have some materials from puppets. How long until you grow out your own mullet? I mean, it's going to take some time. I'm going to be honest, now that I can, I'm wondering if I want to. You know, I mean, I got mullet wigs. Do I really need to? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see how it goes. All right, I'm going on down. Let's see.
Does the game show you how many times you've done the magical version of the ability to see how many more you need?
Yeah, on your J, when you hover your mouse over in between the on the right side, in between the 1 and 2.
Ah, thank you. I was hovering over the 1 and the 2, not in between.
Yep, right in between. And that bar actually fills up in orange.
Oh, cool.
So it's a little XP bar that goes up till it gets to 2.
Yeah, I'm definitely like, using my favorite abilities anytime I'm close to 200, Ember power.
All right. What happened to my... There we go. We'll lay down a little camp right here so we can see. Which, by the way, I'm super happy that Monsters and Memories has a similar mechanic to laying down a ground torch with their campfires. And you get bonus XP for doing that in Monsters and Memories. I just found that out tonight.
Oh, cool.
Oh, I don't have my urine activated. 1 second. There we go. As soon as I peed on him, he put me to sleep. As good as wigs are, they never match the real thing. With great mullet comes great responsibility. I know, you're right. Started this adventure with 72%.
72, I got 42.
71%.
Oh, nice. You should definitely ding then. Oh, he interrupted me. Need that fresh urine fill? Yeah. Alright, I'll lay down one here while we're pulling this bridge. We'll probably get all 3 of those. I'm going to start on the rat, just because he should die really fast. Oh, nice. Got the rat. Single pull. Alright, I'm on the one on the right, the Prowler. Alright, let me get a little bit of stamina back. I'm gonna eat and drink too. I forgot to do that.
Me too.
Oh, I don't have my bag?
What? When'd you die?
That's a funny story.
I must have died last time I played. Hang on one second, guys. It's gotta be, it's the only thing I've done off stream was I farmed for urine. I must have died like when it was really late and I was half awake because I don't even remember that. I'll be right back. It's gotta be right out here at those bears. That's the only thing I do off stream. I didn't know that. I didn't know I was missing my bag. I'll be right back. It won't take long. The bears are right across from here. Have a great night. Time for some Netflix and chill. Alright, Sparrow, have a good one. And she means actually chill, in case somebody's confused. She means the real kind. The kind where you watch Netflix until you fall asleep. That's what she means. Don't get confused.
Does it tell you where your corpse is when you hover over your little...
You can see the compass where it is.
Right, but that's if you're in the
Oh
zone.
yeah, you're right. I've died. What the heck was I doing when I died? I don't remember this at all. It wasn't at the bears. It's close though.
But does it tell you where what zone your corpse is in?
It's in Red Shore.
It says that?
No, it doesn't say that, but I no, like when I was in the thing, it just showed a. I didn't check if it showed what zone, but it didn't show an arrow because I wasn't in the right zone. You know what I mean? It might have said though. I don't remember. I didn't pay attention.
Because I like that it shows you.
Yeah, I wonder what it does do when you're not in the zone. I don't think I've checked that. Witcher said, otherwise Bounty is the ultimate multitasker. It's so true. Oh, man. I am vaping tobacco. I actually don't do any mind-altering anything. Anything that makes me feel different, I don't do anymore, and I haven't done for years. I can't stand to not be able to think normally. It drives me crazy. Oh, I was farming here. The bears wasn't up for... I was getting Ember Essence. I remember now. And I got slaughtered. And I was tired, and I was like, I'm just going to bed. Alright, I'm coming back now. Any pops while I was gone?
I went back to the fire.
Okay. A Warden Ranger build sound. Very good. Just remember that with the Warden, if you want to use a lot of the bow, if you want to actually stay ranged, which you can, it's going to take a lot of arrows. Like hundreds of them for, like a big several hour group. Drac plays that way. Drac plays, because, normally Drac's a wizard. Since there's nothing even remotely close to a wizard in the game, he picked a ranged class, and so he plays a Warden. Wardens are fun, dude. They get run speed buff. This game's version of So, they get a small heal. They're the best pullers in the game. They can lull, pull. Wardens are cool. Everybody loves a Warden, dude. It's like a Scald. Yeah, yep.
Hey Nathan, being asked in chat, game chat, if you can paste the Discord server.
Oh yeah, I can do that. Yep, sure can. All right, as soon as I'm zoomed in, I'll post it. Gonna need a lot of arrows. Buying arrows can be expensive. Yeah. This game looks pretty decent. They need to get it on Steam. Would probably improve the population. They are eventually going to very high. Let me put it this way. They haven't said like, yep, we're definitely going on Steam. But the way they talk about going on Steam is that like there's a certain amount of progress they want to get in the game. If it was me, for example, right, I would try to get the caster class in, the pet class in. I know they're working on the pet class for sure. Get the pet class in, get the caster class in, and get at least a race or two. That's what I would do, and then launch on Steam, because when they launch on Steam, it's almost like a brand new launch of the MMO, right? A lot of people's going to find out about it that didn't know before. So if I was them, I would try to get to that point. By the time they have all those things in the game, already there's a lot of dungeons already. But they'll have a lot more variety of dungeons. They'll have a lot more variety of mobs. They'll have a lot more variety of zones. So by the time we get to certain goal points, that's when I would assume they'll probably hit up Steam and see another big population boost.
Are they doing a new healer class?
I don't know. I don't know anything about new classes. I just know that they said they've been working on pets. Now, pets could go to a class that already exists. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, but...
Oh, I see.
I would assume they will do a caster class, and it'll be probably called the Alchemist or something like that, I bet. That they've never confirmed that, but they've teased around. Like, I'm pretty sure they want to do that. It is a pretty game. It's a really pretty game. Graphically speaking, it's... okay, there may be MMOs with better graphics technically, okay? But those games suck so bad that I wouldn't consider playing them, right? Like BDO, for example, Black Desert Online. Yeah, sure, it has better graphics per se. I still prefer the graphics in Embers, to be honest with you, than BDO. But in my opinion, if you're just going to talk about graphics, Embers is, I think, the prettiest looking MMO there is. In my opinion. Ravager next. Hope they revert back the art style change on Pantheon. They won't, my man. They're not going to. They're not going to. Now, let me explain why. They were struggling with network code, making the game run good. Pantheon wants this game, as promised with the original vision, to run on low-end, mid-grade machines well. Progress as far as making mobs. Even the Embers of Drift team said, like, because I asked them, like, how difficult is it for you guys to get a new mob in the game? And they said it was ridiculously hard to animate it, rig it, make it look good, you know, like this guy, right? This is one of the mobs they added post-release. And he looks freaking cool, but for a small team to develop, creatures that look this good, takes a long time. Even the Embers team said that. So, after they switched the art style, they've been getting things done. It just is what it is. I know some people don't like it, and I'm not trying to, like, say that your opinions don't matter, because they do, but unfortunately, this was just what Pantheon had to do. I would prefer it to look like Embers too. I think this looks freaking gorgeous, and for Pantheon to have fidelity like this, which is what I expected, to be honest with you, would have been awesome. But unfortunately, that just ain't gonna happen. That just is not gonna happen. At least we do get a released product, though. You know what I'm saying? Pantheon is definitely on the road to get launched, and even though all those some of those YouTubers out there will tell you it's not, it is. Cartoon look is not it. 10 years in, I'm not holding my breath. Yeah, I don't blame you for feeling that way. But I don't know if you have a pledge or if you don't have a pledge, but if you do have an alpha pledge, a bunch of alpha pledges are about to become believers. Because playing is believing, man. I'm telling you. We played all day yesterday, and I can't tell you squat because of NDA. Sorry, Goblin, I'm trying to pull it off of you. I'm running out of stamina really quick. Let me drink. I think I'm also spoiled. I'm used to having stamina regen. Alright, let's rest up and get my stamina back. Yeah, Aaron Miller also. I played 10 hours yesterday. I haven't done that in a game in years. Yeah. Yep. It's good. It's good, man. There's a reason we might seem like we're cultists, or there's a reason, man. It's good. It's freaking good. Somebody asked me today while I was playing Monsters and Memories, which game I actually think is the best MMO. Monsters and Memories. And we're talking about right now, right? We're talking about right now. I'm not talking about in the future, because that's impossible to say. But they're like Monsters and Memories, Embers of Drift, Pantheon, right? And I had to say, like, look, Monsters and Memories is really good, right? Like, it's real good. And it's so impressive what they've gotten done so far. But Pantheon's been in development 8 years, okay? It's got that, right, on its side. And right now, today, if they said Monsters and Memories for all day or Pantheon all day, go. Which one are you going to stream and play all day? I would pick Pantheon, because Pantheon is just...
Over Embers? Over Embers today?
Oh, Pantheon's next level. Yeah. Pantheon's next level. Embers is really good also, right? Love Embers because it's out. I can play it right now, and they're making really good progress. But, you know, Pantheon's got all the races. Well, that's debatable in the current form. But it's got all the races, it's got all the classes, it's got the full gameplay loop of everything, magic and
all the classes. Are you saying that Druid is available?
No. I'm saying that's what Pantheon is and represents, right? Even with the classes in it right now, though, it's got a spectrum, right? It's just got a spectrum. You can do all the things.
Cool. Okay, if it's better than what we're doing here, so wow.
Yeah, it is. And I'm not talking bad about Embers. Love Embers. Embers is freaking awesome. You should play Embers.
No, it's good. It's great.
We got a long way.
It's amazing.
Yeah, we got a long way.
You see what we're doing here?
Yep.
If you're saying that we can have more fun there, then I'm really excited.
Yeah. I jumped in M&M for some minutes. I was impressed by the visuals. Yeah, I really like it the way Embers or M&M is looking too. Yeah. And Embers is just distinct, by the way. It's very unique. There's a lot of things, like it's got that classic MMO feel to it, but the way they accomplish that is very different than Monsters and Memories or Pantheon. They're pulling it off in a totally different way. And I'm glad that we got, I'm super glad that we got options. Like, is there magic in Embers yet? There is. I will say this currently, which, you know, this could change, but as of now, the magic is awesome. You'll see us using some tonight. We're going to mostly be trying to save it, though, because you got to use your Ember Essence, right? And we're in a dungeon where we're not going to be getting any... none of these mobs are going to turn ashen, right? And that's how you get Ember Essence in this game. So, however much Ember Essence we have when we came in this dungeon, that's all we have. So, we're going to be, you know, saving them for situations where we need it, as opposed to just like in a normal MMO where you would sit down, you know, get your mana back, rest it off, use it again. You can't really do that in this game. You get your Ember Essence from killing Ashen. And we're in a dungeon that we're going to get really good XP, has a chance for really good drops, but we are not going to get the Ember Essence here. And that's a cool way, by the way, the more you think about it and the more you play Embers, you realize what they pulled off here. And it's a really strange kind of horizontal kind of gameplay loop where it's like, what do you want more tonight? Do you want to use magic a lot and burn through bad guys faster? Do you want a better chance at drops? Do you want to maximize your XP? Now, sometimes you can get all three of those in certain dungeons, depending on your level. But sometimes, at my level, I got to pick. If I want good XP, then I need to come here, or a couple other options. But if I want good XP and I want a chance at good drops, I can't, at my level, also get Ember Essence. There's nowhere at my level right now in the game to do all three. Like you would save it for bosses. Yeah, exactly. We're going to save it for bosses or a wacky pool. You know, some bad stuff's going to go down, you know, at some point while we're down here. So I'll be saving my magic for those situations. Waiting on
I'm
my...
not wasting my magic on you.
How? You're getting new Ember Essence?
It was a joke. I was saying
Okay.
I'm not wasting my magic.
Oh, no, wasting it. Right, I see. I thought you said you're replacing it. I thought you were saying somehow you were getting Essence. I was like, oh, did they change something?
No.
What is swap weapons? Depends on your class. For DPS, is to switch to a ranged. All DPS have a, what is it? At minimum, a, short bow, I believe. Only the Warden, I think, can use the longbow. But you press... Oh, you're asking about button. Yeah, it's the X button. Tanks can switch between sword and shield and two-hand. And healers can also... They can use, what, a crossbow, I think.
Crossbow or quarterstaff or one-handed.
There you go. Nope, we got two 3-ups. Pull him over here a little bit, just so it's easier for you to see when that guy breaks. Season Discovery looks like it could be fun. Yeah, I've been stoked for Pantheon for years. The art style change is just so disheartening. Yeah, I understand. I understand. Yeah, Season Discovery does look good. We're planning on playing it. Me, Bounty, Sparrow, Mugen, and Gibo are planning on doing a group. And I'm planning on going pretty hard on it. I'm actually pretty excited about Season Discovery, too. We don't have that much longer to wait. All strikers can use short or longbow. Thank you, Mugen.
Do you know when they're going to add the druid to Pantheon?
No, there's no word on that. They just added the paladin. They're any day now going to drop the warrior. They said that the pet classes are almost done. And but we don't really know what class is going to come after warrior yet.
Nice.
But I would...
It's happening.
Yeah.
It's all happening.
Oh, yeah, it's happening. Yep. And the... I would assume we probably won't get another class until at minimum January. January, February. We'll probably get another... I'm hoping they continue doing the 2 classes, right? I'm hoping that, like, late January or so, Joppa says, hey, these 2 classes, we're going to try to roll them out by X date, and then I'm hoping that's how they continue to do it. We've also got a couple races about to hit too. What did he say? The ogre. What was the other one? Oh, the ogre and the gnome are about to release.
Right, I forgot about that.
Yeah, no. I'm planning on, as long as, like, people come watch it and everybody's having a good time and all that kind of thing, I'm planning on actually doing 2 characters on Season Discovery. One that I just play randomly, and whoever wants to join the group, hop on, like we do with Embers here, where I just hop on and whoever's available come joins me. And then another one where we got a static group, and we play on certain days together only. And the one I play in the static group is going to be a Pally. Anybody want to take a guess what the other character is going to be? Anybody think you might guess what my other character might be? It's going to be this is going to be hard to guess, guys.
I didn't know that there is anything else besides Patty for you.
I know. So what else could I be? What do you think my other class will be when I play on my other character?
Another Patty.
Another pally? Double paladin? That's correct. Another pally. And probably, most likely, another prop pally too. But, because of Season Discovery, I'll be able to... I can spec him a little differently, right? I can spec him a little differently. And I'll make him a different race, though, right? I'll do the Dwarf Pally for my Bounty Code Sparrow, Boojin, and Gibo group, and then I'll do a human for the other one. So that, a little variety.
And they would all be dressed in gold. And
They need more gold in Classic WoW. I don't think they have enough. Ret, they're making them very powerful. I just like to tank, though, dude. If I made a rat, I'd probably be like, this is fun. But I would be really sad that I wasn't tanking. I'd be really sad. I love to tank. This is the way you stroked your chin. I got the Warlock vibes.
What is Sparrow playing in Pantheon? What healer?
Yeah, I think Pantheon's main, and Pantheon's going to be a druid, right?
Yeah, but right now she's playing the shaman.
Shaman. Is that what she was?
I think so, yeah.
I will need to figure out which one of the three is better at the AoE healing.
The shaman is the best healer right now.
Yeah.
I really don't need to be the best healer, I just need to be the best AoE healer.
Wow. Right now there's really... It's either direct heal or dot heal.
Yeah, hots are what the shamans are really good at right now, heal overtimes.
Oh, so they don't have any AoE? No, interesting.
No. Not currently.
I think that once, a year ago or 2 years ago, the druid had a tree skill, at least on the page.
Yeah, I think that's the idea. I think that's what the druid will end up being, is good at AoEs. I think the cleric... I don't know what's going to happen with the cleric, to be honest. That's who knows. But the shaman for sure is the heal over time. And just overall the best healer at this time. But I think the druid will give it a run for its money for sure. And then the cleric may just end up being like, yeah, they're a healer, right? They're a good healer. But... they also do a decent amount of damage, you know what I mean? Like, they can hit some stuff in the face with a mace. And they can take a few hits, too, But they're, they're not as good of a healer. That might just be how it is. Like, they can still be the main healer, you know what I'm saying? You always like to play whatever owns in PvP? Oh, you're talking about on Season Discovery, right? Yeah, Mugen's going to be a Ret Pally. Yeah, so we'll have a Ret Pally in our group.
So I don't know if you noticed, Nathan, while we were fighting that first guy, he rooted all of us.
Uh-huh.
And the guy that was further away, I couldn't get to close range. I wanted to stun him because he was he was about to pop. So I used my Ember magic to create my stun that's short range into a long range stun.
Ooh, see? Those opportunities pop up, and that did make the combat way more cool in Embers. It's just not, it's not what typically you think of when you say magic in an MMO right now in its current stage. It's more of like a situational... makes your class better situationally. It's how I feel about the magic. In its current state, but they're going to be tweaking it, and things are going to twist and change a bit over time. But in its current state, that's how it feels. Yeah, it'll be double pally, yep. Oh, wait, sorry, Zukin, I thought you were asking about Mugen. Yeah, we'll have I'll be a prop pally, and Mugen's going to be a ret pally. And, help me if I'm wrong here, Bounty, but I believe it's... Bounty's going healer, resto druid.
Yes.
And then Sparrow's going DPS druid. What's it called? The cat.
The cat.
The cat. Yeah. And then I don't know what Gibo's doing. Did he say? I forgot.
I don't remember. Oh. Too many games.
Yeah, too many games. I can't remember. Did he say rogue?
Maybe? Because he's like, oh, I'm going to play this, but if I'm healing, he would play X.
Yeah.
Might have been something like rogue or...
Hunter! That is what he said. Thank you. Thank you, Major.
Oh. There you go.
Hunter.
I'll just stay here until here's the persistent Pantheon server and then move over there.
Yep. There's a lot more I can start telling you on the 1st of December.
Yeah, and it would be fun. You suggested something on stream. You suggested that you will be in front of the screen and tell us what's going on while you're playing it. That's a very interesting concept.
And I think it also will push Pantheon to drop the NDA a little more and a little more. Because
I would hope so.
Could be, yes.
I'm still not 100% they're going to allow me to let you guys hear the audio. I hope they do. Because as was announced in their Q&A and talked about on the forums, etc., publicly, the team, what do they call the PVL team that is doing the sound and audio? Hey, dude. They're doing some magic. If they let you guys hear the audio, that's going to be a really cool stream just because of that.
And it's... As cool as the sound is, you gotta hear it in the game.
Yeah, even if I was allowed to tell you things, which I'm not yet, okay? In December 1st I can. But, it's so hard.
Right, I know, you can't.
It's just better than you think. It's way better than what you would possibly ever think. Even if I could tell you certain things, you still wouldn't understand until you actually heard it yourself, and then you'd be like, oh my gosh, it's like high quality, like AAA kind of stuff going on here. It's cool.
And it's so subtle.
Yeah.
Cool.
How come it was never in any of the streams that they made?
It's new.
It's new, yeah. They just got to add it into the client. Now, I don't know how long they've been working on it, you know, because there's a lot here. They've probably been doing things for a while now, but it's just now testable.
What threw me off was the way that characters are running in the new, with the new UI.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the run animation's a little rough. It's obviously not done. It needs some tweaking. It does look strange, no doubt.
Yeah, undoubtedly they won't allow anyone to stream with video until this is done, because otherwise they will be slaughtered all across the internet.
That's a good point.
That is a good point. It's still better to show than to keep a secret, right? Because during development, there's always things that are off, you know, because they're not done yet. And if Pantheon waits until, let's say they're like, well, let's wait till we get the running animation. Well, then people are going to complain about animations when you use an ability. Okay, well, let's wait till that's done. Well, then people are going to complain about, you know, certain textures aren't complete. Well, let's wait till that's done. Okay, well, now people are going to, you know what I mean? Like, there's always going to be something because the game's not done, right?
Yeah.
But running and moving is something that all streamers would complain about automatically. So, I don't know. I think that one has to be fixed.
It does need it quickly.
It
does need it quickly, yeah. They don't have the luxury of time. They just need to start showing. And, you know, like, you know, anybody streaming it, that unless they just opened it up to anybody streaming, which they're not at the point to do that yet. Even I can agree, like, they need to pick people and be like, okay, you know, Bounty Code, Sparrow, Drac, Theric, Nathan, you know, pick people who have been following it, who know it intensely well, to stream now, because we're going to be able to tell people that, right? We're going to be like, yeah, we know the running animation is a little rough. It's not complete yet. It was, you know what I mean? It's a work in progress. It's WIP. If you just let somebody like Asmongold into stream, right? He's just going to rip it a new one.
Yeah. They need to show a group that likes to play it and show how much fun they're having.
Group gameplay. That's the next stream. Has to be group gameplay. It has to be. Because just like Embers of Drift, right? If all you seen was somebody running around killing one chevron mobs,
Right.
really isn't showing Embers of Drift. Can you do that in the game? Yeah, you can. It's just not the spirit of the game. You know what I mean?
What I'm trying to say is that take somebody very positive like Lazy Peon. I really like his
good.
streams. Yeah, he's good. And even him, being so positive as he is, he kind of killed or gave a somewhat negative review for New World because of the way that the characters are moving.
Yeah, yeah. Which is understandable. Especially for New World. Like, they should have that together. They got an unlimited budget, you know, like... It actually is a shame for them, and their game is launched. Yeah, previous stream on Monsters and Memories. Pip Pop gave you that gifted sub, EQOA Nostalgia. Dude, we're doing really good. I'm gonna turn them so you don't AoE us in the face. Puppy's back asleep. Yeah, it was. It was EQA. It wasn't long after you went when you went AFK, so you could get down to business. All right, incoming. Uh-oh, is it 2? It is. See if you can sleep one of them. I don't know how long it'll last, though. I'm on the drudge.
Okay,
Perfect.
we got him for 10 seconds. 8 seconds.
All right. Oh, my gosh. Oh, boy. He's loose. I'm gonna spit on him. I'm out of stamina right now. Leave the drudge? Okay, okay, alright. Oh yeah, you're right. Dark Forge is not gonna... Yeah, you probably can stun the other one. We're not gonna make it. Dang it. Okay, everybody at least back up in the corner so it'll be easy to res us, get our bags back. I didn't even realize Dark Forge is a freaking name. I wasn't even thinking about that. We got a third anyway. We was doomed. Yeah, originally it was gonna be 2 hours, Orsic, but I was ready to go. Well, we know where Dark Forge is. That's a name. He's got good drops.
Good time for 1 minute AFK.
Yep. Michael King, thanks for the super chat. Appreciate you, brother. How's it going? It's going really good. Life is so much better for the MMO world. So much better. Thanks, Michael King. Appreciate it, brother. While we're resting anyway, I'll play a little cringe for that super chat after the dance. Sentinel, test pilot Sentinel, I don't think he's in voice chat, is he? No. He's playing the Sentinel. I played the Sentinel for a little while, and they're pretty good. If you're looking for a cleric type, you know, that can, you know, still do some pretty good bashing and stuff, and what is it they specialize in? I think they do some hill overtimes. Thank you, Michael King. Appreciate it. Yeah, EA gets confusing sometimes. I don't know if people are saying early access or if they're talking about Embers of Drift. It's the context of the sentence I figured out. Tip for anyone wanting to play M&M, get Ultra Vision. Yes, I cannot see anything at night or in the dungeon. That game is dark. Yeah, agreed. In Ultra Vision, you can pick a character select. Currently, you can pick it with any class. Alright, time for a little cringe while we're healing up. Wrong button.
Yo, you dropped money, now it's time to get real. You just bought my next meal, or meds in case I fall ill. Let's do the deal, healer taking damage, time to peel. The two ladies watching stream just squealed. See me riding up on my Fisher Price big wheel. We're going worldwide from Chinatown to Brazil. You see my puppets and you wonder what's the appeal. Foreshadow the big bullet, nipple laser reveal. He's NAPALM and he's going worldwide. You support hell, man, here's the downside.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Michael King. Appreciate you, brother. You never seen that before? Yeah. They actually fixed infravision, too. I noticed I mean, it was still dark. I have infravision. I accidentally picked that. I meant to pick ultravision. I accidentally picked infravision when I made my character. But I noticed I could see. It was still dark, but I could see a little bit. Alright, we're all... Is everybody back, or is there somebody AFK?
Simp is still AFK.
Okay, I'll wait on him. Oh, it's Symbiosis. Bag runs, baby. Yeah, that's right. Alright. We're going to head on down.
So I couldn't keep you alive back there?
Oh, here we go. Okay, switching to one you guys are on.
We should be assisting Nathan.
Yeah, F to assist, right? Am I right? I think.
They gotta click your name, make you a friendly target, and then they can use F or whatever key to assist.
I think it's F. I'm always a tank, so.
But the trick is they have to click your name.
Right.
As a friendly target.
The blue one. I should be your blue target.
Yeah.
Ooh, Pterodile just wandered up. I made it to 75%. Oh yeah, we can't loot anything. We ain't got no bags.
Right.
Almost single pulled it. Oh boy. Might want to get all of our stamina up. This might be a 3 pull. They're all 2 ups, but still. Be a little brutal. Heard the puppy. Nathan's favorite part of the game, bag runs. I'm off tomorrow, Monday, decide to get drunk this evening. We'll be crawling around in my own urine soon. I can pretend I am playing Embers of Drift. Alright, here we go. I'm on the one on the far left and far right on in the front. The Prowler. There we go. Beautiful. Good job. Alright. Next Prowler. Alright, we got a patrol. Might be able to get him by himself. Well, at least we can get all 3.
He's behind you.
Embers of Drift level cap is 50.
And I did see somebody already getting to 50 earlier this week.
Nice. Yeah, there's a few.
In the guild.
In the guild? Do you remember the name?
The usual suspect, I forgot his name, but you know, the guy that was 49 for a million time.
Yep. What's up, Alex?
He's online now. Renuvin.
Oh, there he is. Yep, Renuvin. Yep. Level 50 Berserker. There's still some classes, as far as I'm aware, that don't even have 50s yet. There's never been a judge.
Warlord is 49.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, he's 49 now? Dang, I just went down. Okay, don't got no stamina. Alright, let's rest for a second before this guy. Oh, he's already up.
I got him.
Okay.
Rest.
Puppy's now chewing on the cord. He keeps dropping the things I'm giving him on in between the chair. Yeah, my chair's falling apart too. I slapped a big pillow on the bottom. The springs are all lopsided, and I put pillows on the top, on the seat part. All right, let's see what we got in here. Back to the muck rippers. Y'all don't want to see my chair? It's a scratching post for 5 kitties. Thankfully, our cat, he almost never comes to my office. Cats are dangerous because they jump up on things and knock stuff over by accident. The Scorpion gaming chair. Wish I had space to get one. I'll look it up. I don't know if I know about that one. Sure, I have some folks have the most next-gen chair with surround sound built monitor, a bunch of other stuff like beer holder built in. I don't. I just have a pretty basic chair. It reclines. All right, let me see here. I'm gonna look up this chair while we're resting. Scorpion. Oh, dang, son. That's why you said that. Oh, I see. Oh, my gosh. Hang on, I'll show us the chat. Oh my gosh, dude. I mean, I couldn't stream like that. I'm pretty sure you could set it up if you wanted to, though. I guess you technically could stream like that. That'd be weird. Look at that. That is a cool chair, man. This is what my wife needs. That's pretty sick. She's like all laid back. I see why they call it the Scorpion now. It wasn't just because Scorpion sounds cool. It literally looks like a scorpion.
I'd never have to get out of bed.
Yeah. Yeah, this could just be my bed, you know?
Right.
I would die in this chair. I would just never leave. If it had a little tray on the side here, which maybe it does on the other side, if it had a spot to pull out, a little tray for food.
Does it have a Coke holder? That's the big
where would I put my Coke? That's it. Yeah, that's a big problem. I don't see anywhere to put a Coke, guys. Nope. How much they charge for this bad boy? I bet this is where it really hurts. Where's the price?
$3,500.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I would never spend that on a chair. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. No Coke holder? And pay almost four grand for it? No. Needs a toilet built in, too. I agree. Please stream like that. That'd be good for all of us involved. Those arcade chambers? Yeah. Didn't that feel so special back then? Like the Jurassic Park one where you would go inside of it and it was like... Because usually in arcade you had trouble hearing the sound because there was so much sound on all the machines that you'd have trouble hearing your arcade sound, but like they'd have those enclosed ones. That felt super special getting to do those. It made it feel like a theme park attraction, you know? Yeah, I love those. There was a really good we have it at the arcade near me. It's a horizontal shooter game, right? And it had like 3 screens, and you climb inside it, and it's 4-player, but it was like 3 screens across. And that game was really cool. I can't think of the name of it right now, but that was one I always like. We've got it at the arcade to go to now. Me and the kids and the wife have almost beat that at our arcade. We've gotten really far. We've almost got to the end. Yeah, we have a really cool arcade near us. He's nearing having the most arcade cabinets in a single, in an arcade that's open in America. He's close. It's got a lot. And I still hold the record for Miss Pac-Man and Pac-Man.
Really?
Still holding it down in my local arcade. I'm still holding it down.
Nice. That's great.
And my mom she's a Pac-Man queen, okay? That was her jam. And Miss Pac-Man. Actually, she's better at Miss Pac-Man than Pac-Man. That was her jam. She's one of the few people in the world who, back in the day, in the actual arcade, rolled it, like, and played it until it ran out of RAM, right? Like, it just glitched up. Because that meant you ultimately beat a game back in the day. It would run out of RAM and, like, the game would just glitch.
That's amazing.
But she has not beaten she came over to visit over the summer. She couldn't beat it. She was trying, dude. She was trying. I thought for sure she beat if she lived here, she would have stomped me. Because she only went one day. She was only there for one day. She couldn't beat me. But if she lived here, she would stomp me. She got close.
Yeah.
What's
a very cool story.
What's that?
It's a very cool story.
Yep. Michael King, thanks for another super chat, bro. Used to go to arcades back in the late 80s, early 90s and spend a fortune. I never spent a fortune because I was a kid, you know. But, dude, let me get 2 quarters. I'm going to the arcade. You know what I mean?
I watched a lot of other people playing.
Yeah, I would go arcade just and learn, you know, until I had my own money. And then I would try to apply what I learned. Arcades were the original watching a streamer, you know what I mean? You could just go watch somebody play a game.
If you had 5 followers, you're big.
Thank you, Michael King. Appreciate it. Oh, here, we'll do another, let me get in a good little situation here, and we'll do another cringe for you since you ain't seen them. We should be able to single pull him. Oh, nope, he yelled out. Alright, we'll kill the one that's up here first. My cousin let me in for free back then because she worked there. Oh, dude, you had the hookup, dude. I never had the arcade hookup. That's the best hookup ever when you're a kid. That's the ultimate. Alright, now for this guy. I'll play that cringe for you real quick. Here we go.
Deal. He's NAPALM and he's going worldwide.
You support him and here's a downside.
He's NAPALM and now he's supplied.
Ghost pepper chicken, he's been Popeyed.
It's NAPALM, he is fake, not fried.
His mama saw the stream, she's mortified.
It's NAPALM, we've identified.
Out for the loot, never satisfied.
We like it old school, we can't recant. I'll tickle my booty like a breast implant. Your support buys food to feed the plant. Talking about...
Appreciate it, man. Thanks for super chat. We're almost back at our bodies. I'm on the 2 up first. He should drop pretty quick. Okay, nice. He's asleep. Chase headquarters, love that. I'm grateful for it, otherwise I wouldn't have gotten the chance that much. Parents were broke back then, so my cousin working there was like an angel in disguise. Yeah, dude. Ultimate. Big time. That one was some spicy cringe. How much times would you say you lose from dying XP-wise? None in this game. You don't take an XP loss in this game, you just have to go get your bag back. I think this is the way to go. it still simulates the old school MMO design philosophy. You keep what you had on. So you see, we still got our gear. We just dropped all the stuff that's in our bag. So our gold, all of our stuff, all of our loot, anything we had in our bag. So we got to go back and get it. You know what I mean? But, you know, no XP loss, no losing levels. I think that's great. I think it still feels old school, but you're not also wanting to rage quit just because your bag dropped on the ground. You know what I mean?
And you always start the adventure knowing that you can lose whatever you have in the bag. So just don't bring rare things.
Yeah. Yep. It can change the way you behave, right? Like going to the bank and dropping off your gold just in case you're getting stuck in a really bad spot. And if you end up in a really bad, like I can't get my body back, but I have to get that stuff back, you can go to a Ratman vendor in the main city in front of the sewer and pay gold. It's kind of expensive, but he'll retrieve your bag for you. He'll send out his rat army to go get your bag back.
I actually didn't know that.
Yep. He's right below the Ember Ring in New Haven City. You go down those steps, and then he's right in between the two steps going down, right beside the Ember Ring.
Nice.
He's got rats running around him. It's right. There's a sewer entrance right in front of him. And actually, that entrance he's standing in front of is the top secret GM only little meeting room back there. I'm on the cultist. We're trying to be. As soon as we get some mana. Ooh, he's about to take Symbiosis down. I don't have stamina yet.
Yeah.
Here it comes. Now I got it.
Just like me too much.
Ooh, I need stamina. Alright, good job on the mez. Alright, let's rest for just... Oh, he's up. Never mind. Oh, he's doing a, he's hitting all of us, isn't he?
Yeah, he's doing an AoE for some reason.
Yeah, if you're about to die, back up. Nice. Big hill. Big AoE hill. Alright, let's rest up. How do I turn on my torch? It's T, the T button. T for torch. So a couple of basic commands. T is for torch. Z is for getting out your weapon or putting up your weapon. This is the game after you get done combat. You got to. He won't automatically sheath his weapon. You got to press it. And with your weapon out, you do walk slower. So that's important. X is to switch between your two weapons when you have to. And C is to sit. And F, if you like, see, I can select Black Widow. Now, whatever monster Black Widow would select now, if I pressed F, it would also target what she has targeted. So you can use that for assist. Duelist best AoE healer, yeah, for sure. Yeah, we got little puppy. Little puppy man still hanging out. He's pretty relaxed. He wants to play though. Ooh, oiled leather cuirass. But we don't have our bag yet. We got a youth group. Yeah, that's okay, man. We'll get you out of here.
You need stamina.
Uh-oh, we got 3. Oh, good job. I'm just going straight up. Alright, there we go. Get that one. Okay, they're all loose. There we go. Other 2 up. Seem way more comfortable in this game than any other, by the way. Just something I've noticed or just imagining. Yeah, I played this one more than the others. This is kind of my main MMO. Can you give corpse loot consent? Yeah, you can. It's called bags, though. I've got this in my notes somewhere. Yeah, it's you can do /group consent altogether. No space in between. And it will turn consent on or off for your group. And then it's instead of /corpse, it's or /drag corpse, it's just /bag to drag a bag. I should have probably got the 2 up, but let's kill the 3 up real quick. He'll be harder to keep mezzed anyway. I am doing season discovery. I'm not going to start a guild because I already run a guild in Embers, and I don't want to abandon it or anything like that. So I really only like to run 1 guild at a time. I'm pretty devoted to my Embers situation, so I'm hoping somebody in the community will start a guild and we can all just join it. Alright, cultist next. Need stamina. He's just gonna drop quick anyway. Do you want to watch the Wizard movies again? I love that, dude. You're talking about the show Mario Brothers 3, right? The Wizard, where the kid goes on the little journey to go to the game competition, and then like they showed for the first time to the world Mario Brothers 3. And that was the final part of the competition, and he met that kid with the power glove. And they made the power glove seem like it was so awesome, so every kid wanted a power glove, and actually the power glove freaking sucked. How'd the M&M session go today? Really good, man. We had a great time. We gained a couple levels. We mainly just camped, and we tried to get back Mr. C's body down the bottom of that dungeon, but we weren't powerful enough at first. So we went out and grinded a couple levels. And then it turned out his body had already decayed, so there's nothing we could do. But then we went back in the dungeon, I think that they said the name of that dungeon is Wormsbane, I believe. And we went down and we actually found a really cool room to camp, and ended up doing like really good. It was super fun. M&M's always a good time. You're gonna watch with your kids again tomorrow? It's a good game. I mean, good game. It's a good movie, I think. I always like that movie. It's very good at like showing how things were. There's a scene where they go to an arcade. I mean, it's very well done for showing kids what it used to be like when we were kids playing video games. Kind of. I mean, we weren't going to like competitions and crap, but you know what I mean. Like it captures the time frame really well, I think. Oh, and by the way, Alex, I added the Sega Master System in all games for Retro Night next week. Or I guess technically this week. What else? So we've got all the Atari 2600 games, all the NES games, all the Super Nintendo games, Sega Genesis, 32X, Jaguar, TurboGrafx 16, Nintendo 64, and I just added all the Sega Master System games. And I played a bunch of them because I didn't have a Sega Master System as a kid, and I only knew one kid who had one. And to be honest, he didn't play it a lot. It was in his not his attic. It was in his closet. But he would pull it down sometimes, and that was the first time I ever seen Sonic the Hedgehog. But I didn't have one, so a lot of those games were new to me. And there's a lot of gems on there. A lot of cool games on that system. It's a pretty impressive system for 8-bit. It's obviously the most powerful 8-bit system. What in the heck just hit me? Something's smacking me. I think we might have another glitched drudge in the wall. We do. Crap, that's not good. I'm just taking damage from an invisible drudge. Slagjack, I mean.
So move back to the previous room.
Yeah, we may have to. He hit me up at the very top, though, so I'm not sure where he's at. Let's move him to the doorway, maybe. Alright, after we kill him, we'll chill for just a second. Let me see if we may have to pull all the way back to here. Yep, he's still hitting me. See if he can hit me from back here. Once we can move in that room, I bet you, the next room, I bet you can't hit me down there. 80s, 90s, very early 2000s were the best for most things. World seems to have slid down a dark hole since then. Yeah, it does feel like it, yeah. How's the crafting? I don't do a lot of crafting, so I'm the worst person to ask about that. I just don't like crafting in general, but lots of people do. Lots of people do. I just can't tell you any details because I don't do it. I don't know nothing about it.
I think that gathering in Embers is the best that I've seen so far.
There you go. I know there's some really cool systems in play for gathering, like I really like that they just added some dead corpses for skinners. So like if you don't feel like killing things to skin, you can just roam around looking for already dead corpses that they've laid around as harvesting nodes for skinning. I like that. Love Retro Night, man. I hope you keep it going for some time, and I hope you can get a bigger drive soon. Yeah. Hopefully sometime first quarter of 2024, hopefully I can get a bigger drive. There's a couple of things that I are on my wish list I need for streaming and video content making, and number one most important thing I need is I want to get that Elgato teleprompter. That'll help a lot with reading chat because it's got a camera inside of it. So I'll be looking at you guys when I read chat because it'll put chat, I can make chat show up on it, right? Plus for video content, instead of looking at my notes and stuff on my monitor, I can look directly at the camera and be reading my notes on it. So that's the most important thing I need. And then after that, a big old fat hard drive.
What is that called?
It's called
teleprompter.
Elgato teleprompter is what it's called.
Can you give that link maybe to Sparrow because she's looking for something?
Oh like yeah, definitely. Let me post it. I'll send it to her. It won't wake her up if I DM her on Discord, will it?
No.
Okay, I'll send it to her right now, so she has it.
Because yeah, she's been very much complaining about the exact same thing that you just described.
Yeah, this thing is nice. When she looks at it, she can be like, "Oh my gosh,
that could be the Christmas gift."
This is the most ultimate, coolest device for streaming. It used to be the Stream Deck, which I still love my Stream Deck. Like, that was a game changer. But this is actually the coolest thing ever. Hang on, I've got it right here. It's actually called Prompter, not Teleprompter. Elgato Prompter. All right, I'm sending it to her now.
Thank you.
Yeah, my pleasure. And I don't know for a fact, Bounty, but I do know that Elgato loves some Best Buy, and I know you can find most Elgato products at Best Buy. I don't ever go to anywhere.
Careful, guys. It's a red.
All right, I don't remember which one does the AoE, so I'm gonna spin them. One of them does a frontal. I don't remember which is which. Alright, after he drops, if the other guy holds, let's take a quick break, get a little bit of stamina back till he breaks.
I got him again.
Okay, alright, perfect.
We both did. We got 18 seconds.
Alright, I did get that sent to Sparrow.
Thank you.
Yeah, I need a big old fat hard disk. Yeah, I want a big boy. You know, I want like a... Because if I got like I'm talking about a big one. I think 16 terabytes is what I'd get. If I got 16 terabytes, I should be able to put every game ever made on it for Retro Night. Like up until, I wouldn't want to go into PS2. That's not retro to me. But like up Every PlayStation, Dreamcast. I would even do Dreamcast. Anything beyond Dreamcast, I don't consider retro. Plus, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I still kind of hate the PS2. Had some good games on it. Best-selling console of all time. That's because it had a DVD player, though. I gotta admit, I'm still angry at them, dude. They ruined this. They ruined Sega, dude. I was such a Sega fan, dude. Screw PlayStation 2. That screwed Sega so bad, dude. They put all their money into Dreamcast, and all the games were so good, and the Dreamcast was so awesome. And then they started making Shenmue, and what a freaking crazy game that was for the time. And by the time they realized they could not beat Sony because it had a DVD player, and people are literally selling it as a DVD player, Sega just was like, that's it, we're done. Like, we can't recover. So screw the PS2. Even though I know EQOA, I know it had Final Fantasy 11, which I love. It had EQOA. I'm just saying.
Nathan, we need to move in. The room is respawning.
All right. We're going to have to move all the way in, I think, though. So let's try to run all the way down the tunnel. We should have that room when you run into the next room on the right. It should be safe, I hope. And our bags should be there, too. Let's see. Let's see if that guy starts smacking me again. Huh, maybe not. Alright, everybody grab their bag. I gotta read what EQA said about me trashing. PS2 is my all-time favorite console ever. Hey, that's fine, man. I understand why, but I'm just saying. It ruined my Dreamcast, okay? It ruined it. Dreamcast
Ruined your dream.
It ruined my dream, yeah. Do you know the embarrassment of having to go? Because I was barely in high school. I was like graduating at that time. Do you know the embarrassment? We were about to graduate. Everybody's happy. You know what I mean? We're making plans for college. It's supposed to be a good time. And I go to school, and I hadn't heard the news yet. And everybody's running up to me being like, dude, you hear the Dreamcast are canceling it? I was like, no, they're not. They're like, yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. No way. No way. Oh, such a dark day, dude. Yeah, we can finally drink and eat now that we got our bag back. Do you guys think we should try this room, or should we just... You think it's out of our league? What do you guys think? Yeah, that Dark Forge AoE is brutal. We can take him, I think, if we just had him. Alright, we'll try.
Or do we need to get back to the exit?
Oh, we do need to get him back to the exit. We've got 2 pools, though, and we'll get that named. We got.
Which one can
Oh crap! Dark Forge came. We gotta run, guys. This ain't gonna work. And another pop. Everybody just run. Everybody just run. This is death. Ain't no way we'll survive. Run, 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 run. I'm gonna try to get him on me. Alright, run, run, run. I think somebody might have went the wrong way.
They're all repopping. We're not gonna make it.
Let's see. Let's see what happens. Oh no, please! It'd still be better if we ran as far as we could, though. It'd be better to die closer to the entrance.
Okay,
Oh, they're turning! They're turning!
Woo!
Yeah, I don't think we can do it. If we need a warden, without a warden, I don't think we can pull it with the way they're lined up. We're gonna get Dark Forge every time. I'm gonna try to get that guy on me. Oh, never mind, you slap him. Okay, whew, I almost broke it. Okay, I'll spit on the other guy. Spitting does not break. I love that. I love that about this game. I want to say something else, but it's under NDA, but I can't. So, I love that about this game, though. That when things are mez, I can still spit on them and gain some hate for when they break, so they don't immediately beat up the person that mezzed them. Yeah, we barely survived that, dude, because we were trapped. You know what I mean? All we could do was die in a better spot.
Yeah, if they weren't turning around, we were dead.
We were dead, yeah.
It's part of the adventure.
Almost dying is fun. It is. It's one of the joys of MMOs. Halfway? Okay, okay. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I first played Star Fox. On the Super Nintendo? Or are you talking about the Nintendo 64? Which Star Fox? Super Nintendo or Nintendo 64? Got a pop. I'll go ahead and grab it. It's cultist. Star Fox was on PlayStation 1. It was on Super Nintendo and 64. Unless you're talking about a different game. Star Fox is made by Nintendo. I am interested which one it was, though. Yeah, because they were both 3D, and both were very mind-blowing at the time. I wasn't as shocked by, as a lot of people, when the first Star Fox came out, because I had a Sega Saturn, or at least by the time I seen it, maybe it did come out for the Sega Saturn, but by the time I at least seen it, I already had a Sega Saturn, and had already played Panzer Dragoon, which is a way higher, 3D version of the same kind of gameplay. But for a lot of people, that was their first look at 3D at home. But the 64 one was pretty crazy. I mean, so was the one on Super Nintendo for the time. It's still crazy that they pulled that off on the Super Nintendo. They actually, Star Fox on Super Nintendo actually had a special chip, graphics chip, built into every single cartridge. That's how they pulled it off.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy? They put a graphics chip in the game. It was a 3D card in every single copy of the game. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Mario Kart was amazing, and that was straight up Super Nintendo's power, too. That was just, there's Mode 7 graphics that did a really good job of simulating 3D. That Mode 7 was something else. Making all of us Sega Genesis owners a little jelly. Yeah, the Super FX chip, yep. $1993. Okay, so it came out before the Sega Saturn. I didn't see it though. By the time I saw Star Fox myself, I already had a Sega Saturn, so I wasn't impressed. It came out a couple years before though. It sounds like. Yeah, I was a Genesis kid too. Back then, realistically, looking back on it with like no prejudice at all now, right? Well, maybe a little bit of prejudice, but a lot less. We just were whatever we had. You know what I mean? If you had a Sega Genesis, you're a Sega Genesis guy. You had a Super Nintendo, you're a Super Nintendo guy. I had a Sega Genesis, so guess what I was? I was a Sega Genesis guy. Our parents actually decided which one we were. Oh, we got another cultist back there. I didn't even notice that. This one's almost down. I don't have stamina. I can't spit on them yet. It's almost up. It's almost up. Here we go. Wasn't enough hate. Alright, now we got him. Ooh, alright, so rest up. Mugen says he has Super Nintendo and Sega. Didn't your brother technically, didn't he claim the Sega? Isn't that what you told me, Mugen? And you claimed the Super Nintendo? Flipped PlayStation 1 the following generation, stuck with Sony until PS2 took off. Xbox 360 was a good one too. So during the PS2's lifespan, so right after the Dreamcast, basically, I graduated. So I got a PS2, I got an Xbox, and I got a GameCube. I bought every system up until recently. I'm trying to make sure I'm not telling a lie. Yeah, I got every system released after I graduated up until this generation. This generation, I have not bought. Not saying I never will, because my son may ask for one or something. But I have not bought an Xbox Series X. This is the first generation I don't own them all. We do have a PS5. We do have a Switch. We will get the new Switch, hands down. I'm not missing a Zelda. Xbox, though, you know, I can play everything on PC, which I'm happy about. I think that was... I'm so glad that Microsoft did that, because I don't feel the need to buy the Xbox Series X. I would rather play those games on PC, right? The Switch, we've had a ton of fun with our Switch. Totally worth every dime. We actually own 2. We ended up buying 2 of them. You know, I was like, well, both kids want to have a Switch for when we're on the road. That's what I told my wife, right? I was like, both the kids are going to want a Switch. When we're, like, driving, we're going places. You know, both kids need to have a Switch. Actually, I just wanted my own.
I own 4 Switches.
You had 4.
4.
The Switch is a gift that keeps on giving, dude. Mario RPG, I don't own it yet, but I'm going to have to get it. It's freaking looks awesome. The newest Mario, what was it called? The Mario, what they call the new Mario? I haven't bought that yet. Whatever, I'm going to have to get it. The Switch was a great console, man. Many years of just really good games.
Yeah, the kids love it.
All right, I don't know how we're going to pull this off.
You're going out?
Are we trying to zone out, or what
Can we go? Oh, we're at the zone line. This is the weirdest zone line ever. It feels like we're not there yet. Yeah, we should zone out, yeah.
Where's the clicky?
On the left side. Or for me it was, anyway. You think the Genesis and Super Nintendo were the best 2 systems? I mean, I will agree that was the most fun war between 2. The Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis was the most fun to go to battle. And I understand why Super Nintendo may be some people's favorite system because of all the great RPGs or whatever. But to me, those generations have been watered down by being re-released 100 million times, to where I can't call that generation my favorite. Because I think of it like this. What system do I need to play that system in order to get the experience out of, right? Like, I play Super Nintendo games on a toaster, you know what I mean? And get the full experience just like it was back then, in my opinion. So for me, the Sega Saturn is still my favorite, because the emulation ain't that great. Those games were never re-released, because Sega doesn't make consoles anymore, and they're too lazy to do ports. So that's why the Sega Saturn is my favorite, because those are just exclusive games, man. You want to play them good the way they ran back in the day, nice and smooth and crisp and 60 frames per second, you got to play them on the real console. Although, I did get the world's best emulator working on Launchbox for Sega Saturn, Alex, so we can dip our toes into that a little bit. What were you saying?
Nathan, are you staying? Are we filling up the group and going back in?
I mean, I'm cool with continuing. See if we can find somebody. Is everybody cool with it going on and playing a little longer?
Yeah.
Let's see if we got anybody. Is there anybody in chat that wanted to join us? Let me check there, because there was a couple people said they wanted to join us.
I thought Mujin wanted.
I thought so too, but I'm not sure if he still does. Give it a second for somebody in chat before I ask Guild. Think they don't emulate them because they had 2 good games? No, dude. I can list off the top of my head ridiculous amounts of good Sega Saturn games. Panzer Dragoon Saga, one of the best RPGs ever made, dude. Shining Force 3, the best Shining Force game ever made, like hands down. Shining the Holy Ark, freaking fantastic dungeon crawler. My favorite dungeon crawler of all time. Albert's Odyssey, great classic turn-based JRPG. Panzer Dragoon 1 and 2, ridiculously good rail shooters. Astral, awesome 2D platformer. Nights into Dreams, ridiculously 2.5D, kind of invented that genre, actually. What else? Oh, yeah, Heroes of Mysteria, that's a really good tactical RPG. What else we got? I mean, there's just tons of them, man. Guardian Heroes, dude. That game was freaking epic. It was a beat-em-up, but you could jump between different planes, and the graphics were freaking insane. Tons of good fighters, dude. All the Street Fighter games looked arcade perfect on Sega Saturn, especially if you had the RAM upgrade. Oh my gosh. Deep Fear, Survival Horror, yep. Resident Evil 1, my favorite way to play it on Sega Saturn because I like the color palette better because they have more colors than the PlayStation 1. Oh my gosh, what else? Tons of shmups, man. Just gallons of them. Just thousands of them. I love the Virtual Fighter series. I love Daytona USA. I like that, what was that, Off-Road Sega Rally Championship. So much fun off-road racer. Are we running back to Cell and stuff, I guess?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you, there's a ridiculous amount of Sega Saturn games that are awesome. A lot of people don't realize it, because that's the only way to play them, right? So its legacy just kind of died. Michael King, thank you. Thanks, Super Chat. Love the pure RPG gaming data dump on this channel, yeah. Yeah, the community's releasing Resident Evil 2 on Saturn. They said though that they're going to release a like playable portion of Resident Evil 2, and that's really because they're actually making their own brand new survival horror for the Sega Saturn. So they're using that to create that in order as testing. So that he's made a few brand new games for Sega Saturn, some really impressive ones too, like a brand new Sega Saturn game. That's what that's actually all about. Oh, Mega Man X4 is ridiculously good on Sega Saturn. Yep. The 2D on Sega Saturn still looks good today. I tricked my kids. I pulled up I don't remember what game I was playing. It was one of the 2D games, and they didn't know, and I was like, come check out this new game it just launched. And they came in the room, they're like, this looks freaking cool. I was like, yeah, did you know this game came out in like 1995? They're like, no. I was like, yeah. The Sega Saturn had good output too. It could do 480p. That didn't even exist back then. Like, they didn't even exist. Yeah, Sega Saturn had a lot of power, man. It was just a pain in the butt to design for, dude. That's where they messed up. It had too many cores, and people weren't used to working with that many cores back then. Like, it wouldn't have been as big of a deal today. But back then, like, people were like, what? Why don't you just, why you got all these cores?
Go, 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 go.
Thank you very much, man. Appreciate it, Michael. All right. Mujin, did you want to join? Did somebody want to join us? I'm trying to see. Did he say something and I missed it? Yeah, and I agree. The Game Pass is pretty decent, yeah, for sure. Yeah, this generation has been quite a bit of a letdown for me too, Ro. I talk about it all the time. Besides Nintendo. Nintendo pulled out all the stops on the Switch, but Sony and Microsoft, really, they're just dropping the ball, bro. Where's the games? Where's the freaking games? What's going on? People push the limits what they had, yeah. A good starter class for this game. Well, what kind of roles do you enjoy playing? Do you like being a tank? Do you like being DPS? Do you like being a crowd control? Do you like doing healing? What do you typically like to play? I would say there's not really a class in this game that is so advanced that, like, it's not good for people to start. I think this game, because of the long leveling and how long you have to get used to each ability, and there's a gap before you get the next ability, more often than not, I don't think there's any class that would feel like it would be difficult. I usually pull or heal.
Pull, I say Warden. Right?
Yeah. If pulling is your favorite, the Warden is the top of the game for that. And they do have a small heal. And I don't know that I've ever met a Warden who, yeah, I do have hiccups. I got too excited about the Sega Saturn stuff. Get myself hiccups.
It sounds like your passion for the Sega Saturn is like my passion for the Commodore Amiga.
It is. Because I can hear the joy in your voice. Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
Hope we can see more devs. Do new games for other consoles. I love it when they do that. That's so cool. We have to scare him somehow. Somebody asked me what my favorite color is. Commodore was such a nice machine too, to be honest. The Commodore 64 is way ahead of its time, dude. It's freaking crazy. You can go back now and look at Commodore 64 games and be like, what? They released Street Fighter 2 on that thing? Are you serious?
Yeah, the magic that they did on the Commodore 64, like you said, to make those games on like 39K of main memory.
And think of all the epic developers over the years who got into developing because of the Commodore 64. Tons of them. Tons of them. Yeah, there's a new Switch coming, yeah. We'll probably hear about it next year. They'll probably release all the information on it next year, and it may launch before next Christmas, maybe. That would be my guess. Alright, well, I didn't see anybody in chat say they want to come, so I'm going to ask the guild. Oh, okay, Mujin's with his daughter.
Yes, Michael King. The Amiga was such a leap in technology at that time. Just like the 64 was amazing in its time, the Amiga took it to the next level.
Yep. I'll be showing my Nerf Dragon Blade in the AM. Have a massive amount of footage to edit. I think I'm trying to think, like, there was 2 times in gaming where I got the next generation and it melted my brain. Like, I actually just could not believe that this technology was possible. And, you know, the Genesis was a big upgrade from the Nintendo, right? but didn't like my brain didn't melt. You know what I mean? I was super excited. There was times like when the Mortal Kombat 2 came out, for example, I was like, oh my gosh, this looks so good. But brain melting, like what? You know, the Nintendo 64. When I played Mario 64 in full 3D, big old massive levels in 1996, dude, that was nuts. That was freaking crazy. That was just nothing like that had ever existed prior. And then Nintendo 64 just kept giving. Like Zelda Ocarina of Time came out, just absolutely changed my life. Changed my life. It was so crazy good. And the only other time was when the Dreamcast came out, because the Dreamcast just took crude 3D, even with the best PC at the time, the best you could possibly see in 3D, and then the Dreamcast just absolutely was just next level. It was just absolutely next level in the texture work and detail and running at 60 plus frames per second. The Dreamcast was the next time that my brain melted. And I haven't really been, like, you know, PS4 to PS5, for example, who cares? It's not that big of a deal. It's not that big of a deal. It's really not. Brain has not been melted by the PS5. Brain really wasn't melted with the PS4. It was cool. It was okay.
The jump from PS2 to PS3 was impressive.
It was pretty impressive, yeah. Like the PS2, OG Xbox, GameCube to Xbox 360, PS3. That was pretty impressive. And I actually really dig the Xbox 360 a lot. I got really into it. But I still, I don't know. Gears of War on the 360 did kind of, I kind of was like, I can't believe that games can look this good again. But PCs, that was around the time PCs just started absolutely crushing consoles. You know what I mean? As far as graphics and stuff are concerned. It was debatable before that. It was undeniable. Like, nobody can deny that now, right? Like, nobody can say, my PS5 is more powerful than the most powerful PC you can build. Like, that person would be a fool. But that used to be debatable all the way up until about the Xbox 360 PS3 time. It started becoming absolutely undebatable. And that's because console manufacturers weren't going out and seeking brand new hardware that had never been invented before. They just started using graphics cards that were on the market. Prior to that, like the 64, their graphics card, nobody else had that. You couldn't buy that, right? Like, the only way it existed was on the Nintendo 64. It was made for that console. They don't do that anymore. Proprietary, yep. Yeah. They don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
So now, PCs have just absolutely stomped them into the dust. And that's the way it'll be from now on.
It's too expensive now to sit down and recreate your own, chipset graphic cards from scratch. It's a lot easier to just buy what's on the market and piece it together.
So Psycho's going to come with us. Let me send him a invite. Yeah, you're right, though. Oh, level 40. Heck yeah. Oh, I need to repair before we head back. I almost forgot.
Yes. Repair, sell, all that good stuff.
Modular PCs, console locked hardware-wise? Yep. Yep. Yes, consoles hard to get when they come out. And there's probably... I would take a wild guess that most people in my chat and most people in my community were mostly PC gamers. See, I was not. I really wasn't. Up until MMOs. I mean, as a matter of fact, that was all PCs were for me. For most of my life or for most of my PC life, which really didn't start until 1999. Well, that's not true. 1997. 1997. I wanted, I had my own PC, and I played Ultima online on it. But still, the PC was an Ultima Online machine. I think that's what I named you name your PC in Windows. I don't even remember if you could back then. But I do think you could, because I think I remember naming my PC the EverQuest machine. When I'm pretty sure I remember doing that. And that's what it was for. And then it was for Dark Age of Camelot. And then it was for Final Fantasy 11, because I didn't want to buy that freaking all that stuff for the PS2. And I was still mad at the PS2. Alright, we can run down and meet him there. Looks like he's run through running to the Monolith and Metal Lands to port. Oh, well, I didn't know Black Widow had to go. I missed that. If you're still in chat, bye! I didn't know you had to go. Alright, we need one more then.
They might be switching to a different...
Oh, are they? Are they? Oh, switching to
so.
Tandy. Oh, she did say that. Okay, perfect. I'll wait for Tandy Wine to log
so
in.
I'm taking 2 minutes AFK.
Okay. Really like Final Fantasy 8, though most seem to hate it. No, 8 was good, bro. 8 was good. People just expected Final Fantasy 7 again. And obviously it wasn't. That's not what they do. They make new stories. They change up the gameplay. That's what Final Fantasy does. But a lot of people came into Final Fantasy at Final Fantasy 7, and they didn't realize that. So when Final Fantasy 8 came out, and it's got oh Lord, I'm going to have to use the word. You got to extract the magic out of people, out of the bad guys. They didn't like that, They didn't like the character. They liked Cloud. Obviously, they're not just going to keep making a character like Cloud every time, right? Yeah, anytime you extract in a game, it seems like things don't work out so good. From my experience. Drawing magic, yeah. It was literally an extraction mode. Quistis, yeah. That's how I always said her name anyway. I liked Renoa. She's still maybe... I don't know. Jill was pretty good in Final Fantasy 16. I don't know. Renoa, man. I like Renoa a lot. Tifa's really good too, man. Tifa's a really good character. I still, there's something about Renoa that I always just... I think it's because she had a dog, to be honest. I think because she had a dog and she was down to earth, Even though she was, in a position she could have been, snooty, but she wasn't. And she had a dog. Tifa did know how to mix drinks, though. Okay, did Tandy Wine? Yes, she did log in. Invite. Always shaken, never stirred. I want to say something about the Tifa boob nerf while we're waiting anyway. Hang on a second, guys. I want to talk about this for a second. A lot of people talk about Tifa's boobs were nerfed. All right, hang on just a second, guys. Hang on just a second now. I'll show you guys something. We got to talk about this. Concept art. OG concept art. New Tifa. New Tifa. You got to understand in the remake they had realistic proportions, okay? The arm length, the head size, right? They're more realistic proportions of body shape. Those are still really big boobs, okay? Those are still really big. Concept art, perfect. Concept art, perfect. That's how big her boobs were, okay? You ready? You see? But because the way the graphics looked on the PlayStation 1, they made them way bigger because everything was squished down. They wanted you to know she had big boobs, okay? You see? So, I don't think they nerfed it. I don't think they nerfed it. I think they just made it exactly what they intended back then. Look at the concept art, guys. It don't lie. This is the actual concept art from Final Fantasy VII. It's dead on. They nailed it, actually. So I'm going to say that the booby nerf was a little bit. It wasn't real. They didn't really nerf it. You see? That gap just isn't the same. I thought Tifa in the remake was the exact, I could feel the exact same spirit. It was the same person. I loved it. And I feel like we got to know Tifa better than we did in the original. I'm a huge fan of the remake. The original. We'll see how the next one goes. You didn't vibe with it? I really did. I really did. I enjoyed it a lot. I mean, it's hard to argue when you look at the concept art. Helping someone get their bag and... Oh, okay. Somebody's going to follow us, so we'll be killing stuff faster. They need to get a bag for somebody. All right, I'm going to go ahead and run on down to the entrance. Double check that I did all the things. Wait, am I even running the right way? Yeah. Oh, dude, you know they gotta milk this, dude. You know they gotta milk it, EQOA? They're gonna release this one, the one that already came out, the next one coming out here at the beginning of next year, okay? And then a final one, okay? And then they can release it all over again as one game, 3 discs. The complete edition. So people will be rebuying this game at minimum 2 times. And you have to buy it 3 times to even play the whole thing, or wait until the complete edition, which most people aren't going to wait. So therefore, everybody, almost, will buy this game at least 2 times. And they might get you more than 2 times, because they might also get you when they re-release it on the PC. And you're like, I haven't played that game in a while. And it's on PC now.
Are we talking about Skyrim?
No, we're talking about Final Fantasy VII Remake. It was genius what they did. It was genius. Because they're like, release the first one on a system that's almost going out the door, the PS4. That way we can re-release this same game with extra content on the PS5. Okay? And then we can release the sequel on the PS5. And then we can release the final one as PS5's going out the door and the PS6 is coming, okay? And then we can re-release that one, the final one, on the PS6, and then we can re-release all of them together as a complete edition. You see, they're geniuses. And not only all that, but they also release on the PS5, and then they wait a year, and then they release on the PC. And about a year later, after you've played it, if you bought it when it was new and you were super hyped for it, that's about the time you kind of want to play it again. And now it just came out on Steam. Dude, they got that on lockdown. Square knows what they're doing, dude. They know exactly what they're doing. It's genius. It is absolute genius. Oh, South Park encapsulated that? I probably don't even want to watch that. I don't want my bubble burst. I like the worldview that I have right now. I just want to leave it like that. I don't need to know. Alright, Candy Wine. Kingdom Hearts versions are just insane. Oh gosh. That's annoying to me. Like, if you're going to do a series, then I feel like the consumers need to be able to understand what order they go in. While we're waiting on Tandyline, let's take a look at that mess real quick, just for people that maybe don't understand how ridiculous this is. Let's talk about Kingdom Hearts for a second. Here's their games. Look at this. We've got Kingdom Hearts, released in 2002. Kingdom Hearts 2. Makes sense so far. 2019. Okay? Then we've got... Or no, not 2019. That was Kingdom Hearts 3. Kingdom Hearts 2 in 2005. Kingdom Hearts 3 in 2019. Those make sense. Now let's talk about the ones in between. Kingdom Hearts HD 1.5. Kingdom Hearts Chains of Memory. Kingdom Hearts Final Mix. What is that? Is that better than 1.5? Is it 1.5 then Final Mix? Or did Final Mix come out before 1.5? I don't know. Hearts Birth by Sleep or something? Yeah. And then here's a good one. Kingdom Hearts 358/2 days. What does that mean? I have no idea what that means. Kingdom Hearts 3D, Dream Drop Distance. And what about the Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix? What about Kingdom Hearts 2.8? 2.8. What does that mean? Kingdom Hearts 0.2, Birth by Sleep. We got Kingdom Hearts 4 on the way. We got Kingdom Hearts HD 2.5. We got Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories. So we already had Chain of Memories. Now we got Chain of, like reply in an email. Chain of Memories. Don't know. Don't know what that means. Then we got Hearts Coded. We've got, is that real? Kingdom Hearts X? I don't remember hearing of that one. Yeah, apparently so. We got Kingdom Hearts X. Is that Kingdom Hearts 10? No. It's not Kingdom Hearts 10. It's Kingdom Hearts X. We got Kingdom Hearts VR. We got Kingdom Hearts 3 Plus Remind. We got Kingdom Hearts, what's this one? Missing Link. I think all of these are the Missing Link. This is confusing. We got The World Ends With You, Kingdom Hearts. Is that a Kingdom Hearts game? Oh. And then Kingdom Hearts Recoded. Who knows what order you're supposed to play these in? Nobody knows. No, literally, nobody knows. That's a mess. That's how you just take a franchise and just be like, here, we're just going to take a giant... It's like when you get diarrhea and you just let it loose on the wall. Nobody knows where it came from and which one hit the wall first. Like, it's impossible to translate.
Sounds like every time there's a patch update to the game, the marketing department thought it was a new game and released it in a new box.
Yeah. It is kind of like that. This is what happens when Disney gets involved. Yeah, there actually is an order, but I mean, there's no way I would try. First of all, I gotta admit, Kingdom Hearts is kind of cool. The first one and the second one were pretty cool. I didn't get into the third one, and I wasn't even gonna try to attempt to play all those weird ones. But I just feel sorry for the fans, to be honest. I just feel sorry for the Kingdom Hearts fans. I just feel like, oh my gosh, how long they had to wait for a real new Kingdom Hearts. It was like PS2 all the way to PS4 before they actually got a real one. And it's a really complicated story, yeah. It's like, this guy's not real, even though there's a whole game about him. This guy doesn't actually exist now due to time travel situations. He doesn't exist anymore.
We can go in. All
right, yep. All right, let's go. It's a mess. It's an absolute disaster. I've been playing PAX Day. You got into PAX Day? You got the invite? Dude, they did not invite me. I was going to stream it. I really wanted to stream that game. Hey, what's up, Theldrin? Played with Asmond Gold. Alex, thanks for the super chat. I can't play the song, I'll get copyright claims. But I can show I can show Questus or Keistus, however you have decided to say her name. I don't remember what was actually the true way. But I'll tell you why, I still call Final Fantasy X, I still call him Titus. He's not going to be Titus to me. That's weird. I always said Quistis. I think it's supposed to be Keistis. A lot of people's favorite. She was a teacher. She was your teacher. But then she joined you on your adventure. She retired, or actually, I think didn't she get fired, actually?
Oh, Renovin is here.
I'm having Monsters and Memories withdraw already. It's only been a few hours. That's what we call nerd hot. They gave her a whip. Yeah, they knew what they were doing. They know what they're doing. All right, we're going down the steps. Let's do this. Oh, I don't know where he just went. He went and got friends. Great.
Go, 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 go.
Thank you, Alex. Appreciate it, brother. Yeah, she was in love with Squall, and yeah, she got fired. That's what I thought, yep. I remember that little awkward conversation on the balcony.
So we have a level 50 following us here.
Yes, he's going down for a, he's going down to grab up a corpse for somebody, or a bag, so he can totally help us kill things, though, so stuff will die faster. And we got a level 40, so things should be a lot smoother. We should be smashing through this now. Must admit, I like the look of Monsters and Memories, by the way. Looked like my type of game. Lighting was a little weird, though, in dungeons. Couldn't see. Yeah. Get that level 50 in here. I don't know if he'd want to come babysit us, but dang it, got symbiosis.
Okay.
Waiting for... There we go. How does stuff in this scale? What do you mean by scale? You mean because we got like a higher level? It doesn't scale. Here's how the game works. The level 40s, I would guesstimate, is getting no experience. They're just here to help us. So things are going to die faster because they're going to hit them harder, but that's just, they're just doing it to help us. You know what I mean? They're not getting anything out of it. Well, I mean, they can get some loot. Yeah, they're all gray. So, yeah, Psycho's not getting anything. So, like, a lot of times I'll do a noob night, right? And we'll get some high levels out, and we'll take some low levels to a dungeon appropriate for their level. It's gray to us. So, we're just helping them kill things. So, they still get good XP. They're actually getting better XP because things are dying faster. And it actually is a fun thing to do at a high level. Just go help. We do it all the time on noob night. It's fun.
It's going to be a little bit challenging because there's only one healer.
Yeah. Only the entire group got nothing. Yeah, in this game they still let they let it go. They let the low level still, or the level appropriate people still get all the what they would have. Guess a hack happened in F-Word Online that destroyed all players' cities? Oh, what? All the players' cities were gone? Oh my gosh, dude. And they can't recover them? Oh no, that's brutal, dude. Without a doubt, in terms of rendering distance, most of that game is running server side as well. We hadn't, no hard drive. It all passed to a memory card. Oh, you guys are talking about EQOA. Yeah. Isn't that crazy? EQO on PS2 pushes hardware to its limits. Yeah. I think between EQOA and Final Fantasy XI, that absolutely pushed the PS2 much further than it was ever designed to do.
Best thing about this dungeon are the mushrooms. So
Yeah. Okay, I'm on the Prophet. It's a 2-up. Yeah, we're going to have some pretty cool, can you imagine everyone in here going for 10 beers at a pub talking about this stuff? We're actually going to have some pretty cool content in the future because me and Steve and Daimlos, maybe Dave, we're going to all get together and meet up and go on a road trip and like live stream some of it and record pretty much all of it for video content and live streams. And we're going to go to that, what's it called? What's the... hang on, let me look it up. I just forgot the name of it. I think we're gonna go to the Casa Bonita, owned by the South Park dudes. We're gonna do that as a road trip, and we'll get some really good content out of that, talking about MMOs and stuff. Yeah, we're still plotting all that out, but we'll probably do that. I think we're going to do it sometime next year. Don't let Daimos drive, he'll fall asleep. Oh, let me switch it 2 up. He'll die. Oh, never mind. You got him. We're fine. We'll kill 3 up. Oh, people trying to get Final Fantasy 11 to work on the PS2? Cringe Gate 3. I don't know, man. Seems like we can never get on the same page. That's the hard thing with doing groups of people. It's difficult. That's why when we set up the original Baldur's Gate 3, I wanted to make sure we finished it. And why I was like, you know, we specifically got the group we did because everybody was able to definitely dedicate time to play it. It's so hard to do when people can't they can't guarantee their availability. Come to Scotland. You can stay here at my house because you can never leave, Eagles. Scotland, dude. I'd love to come to Scotland. Scotland's beautiful. Yeah, you mean Final Fantasy 11, first cross-platform game ever? Yeah, it even ended up coming out on the Xbox 360. And at that time when it launched, there was still people playing on the PS2. Because I remember playing, I bought it again on the 360 and played it again, and I remember meeting and people in my guild that were playing on the PS2 still at that time. Had on 360. I so wish EQA could have been cross-platform. Yeah. Yeah, when Final Fantasy 11 came out, I kind of had a small hope at that time. I was like, maybe they'll do EQOA. You know, that'd be cool. Because the 11 did really good on 360, so I was hoping. Yeah, Baldur's Gate 3 is an absolute marriage made in heaven for Wolfheart FPS and his channel. Because that's what he does, right? He plays CRPGs. That's like his thing. You know what I mean? So, you know, the most ultimate CRPG of all time, Baldur's Gate 3. Oh, yeah, dude. That's... He's going to be playing that for years, dude. Oh no, Winter said. Winter said. Uh-oh, new member! Michael King, welcome, man. Thank you for joining the channel. Welcome to the family, man. Welcome back. Welcome back. Winter said EQOA is mid at best. Oh, he was talking about the person, not the game. Oh.
How come we're not getting XP?
We're not?
No.
Oh, the 50? Is he hitting it first?
I don't know. I'm still getting XP. Not a
Are
lot,
you?
but I do.
I'm not seeing it in the chat.
It's just slow. It's just really slow, but we do.
No, but the message that says you're getting XP.
Let me start paying. Yeah, we've got the bag. Let's watch it this time. I wasn't even paying attention. Yeah, he's not hitting it, so he should be. Hang on. Yeah, mine's showing, yep. It says you gain adventuring XP. Let's scroll up and see if it showed on the time before. Yeah, mine showed on the time before too. Maybe it just glitched on your end? Yeah, but even if they're green, they could be gray to Psycho, and we'd still get XP because they're not gray to us.
Oh, you know what? I had my
You had it split.
checkbox like turned off for my combat out only. It wasn't showing the other messages
Gotcha.
in the chat box.
Makes sense. Are you playing EQA with others or just by yourself? But other people can play. There's just not a lot of people on the server, right? Because there's been an update to it, I think is all. But I think it is online, the private server. I think there's just most of the features aren't there, right? It's kind of like going and playing the Vanguard emulator, right? Like, it's there. Other people can play, it's just people aren't. Because all the features aren't there. You know what I mean? They do have a lot, though. Vanguard emulation has, like, up to level 30, you can pretty much relive EverQuest. I mean, not EverQuest, Vanguard. Vanguard was my first ever MMO letdown. I was so hyped for Vanguard, and when it came out, and it didn't work, I was very let down. I played it anyway. I just played it as a slideshow for months until I couldn't take it anymore. Yeah, all my friends made fun of me. They didn't trust me about MMOs anymore.
Oh no.
They're like, hey man, we're going out to get some beers. Oh, you're playing that slideshow? I guess you're not coming. Like, everybody made fun of me for playing it. And Nathan's in there playing that picture game. That's what they would say. Because he would just be like, next frame. Oh. Not playing Vanguard because now there's Embers, that's true too. Embers took a lot from Vanguard, actually. Oh, let me spin him. Let me spin him. The Dredge chain is really good. It just dropped. Or, well, I think it's +5 block. Is that... maybe it's just good for me. I don't know if it's good for you guys. Yeah, Vanguard, they did end up fixing it, but unfortunately it was too late. Sony Online had already decided they were going to pull the plug on it. And you got to see from Sony Online's point of view, it was just like, this thing is just competing with AQ2. You know what I mean? And EverQuest, obviously, that's their baby, right? So... Okay, Dark Forge, I don't think you've seen this yet. Alright, I think we got it now. We did this. With these 50s with us, we could have done it anyway, but... this is better this way. Much smoother. Alright. Now for Dark Forge. Now, he has some very rare drops. Like the axe. So just don't forget... Oh, something's hitting me. This room is really bugged. So I'm taking a little extra damage. Now, he does an AoE, so if you get low on damage, just back up. I'm going to use my magic heal. Dang it. Come on, go. My gosh, my health.
He's dead.
Okay. He hits so hard. Do you drop anything good? Smoldering Ring. It's pretty good. Plus 12 healing. A great healing ring. No axe. You could probably find out what the budget for EQ1 was. You gotta understand, though, that doesn't really translate to today, though. A few developers could get a lot more done back then with 3D graphics than they can do today. There's a lot more work goes into a model, into rigging, into animation, into designing the world, textures for the world, assets. There's a lot more goes into it today than they did back then. So you can't just take that and say, you should be able to make an MMO for the same price today. It doesn't compute because of all the technological changes. $500,000? Guess. Like, whatever it cost, I promise you, literally nobody could create something of the quality it was when it released today for that same budget. Without spending their own money or without ridiculous amounts more time. Because I hear that all the time. People are like, EverQuest was only made in a year and a half or 2 years or whatever it was. And it's like, yeah, but that doesn't... That's like saying somebody made Mario Brothers in 1 month. Why can't we make a new Mario Brothers in 1 month, right? Like, things have changed. Drastically. It's still what they did was amazing for its time. It was crazy. But some of those things don't equate over into being possible today. Unless your scope is what their scope was, right? And then maybe. Dark Age of Camelot was made in 1 year, dude. 1 year, or it might have been like 18 months. It was something like that.
That's amazing.
I'm still hyped for getting this plus 12 healing ring.
Oh, you got it. Nice. Congrats.
Everyone gave it to me.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Everyone.
Congrats.
Thanks to everyone for letting me. Yeah.
But I want to say this about Dark Age of Camelot. I watched a whole documentary about it, right? And they did cheat a little bit. They had a bunch of systems done before they technically even started making the game. And they barely pulled it off. And if you were there for launch of Dark Age of Camelot, you could tell they rushed through some of the dungeon design and some of the overland content. And it was kind of obvious. But it was still amazing. They technically made 3 completely different MMOs in one. 3 different sets of classes, 3 different sets of races, 3 different lands, 3 different sets of dungeons, all the way leveling up. It was pretty crazy still. No matter how you look at it, it was nuts what they pulled off. Is this a dungeon? Yes. Is Embers subscription still buy to play? Yes. If you buy the game for $30, which, if you're not playing Embers, you like old school MMOs, you're missing out, bro. You're missing out. Because it's awesome. Please do use my link. It's $30. You do not have to have a subscription. I've got the link in the description down below. And I'll also post it here in chat. Because when you use my link, it does help support this channel as well. And there she is. But yeah, it is still buy to play. You get the game, you don't have to have a subscription. You do get some really rad perks for having a $10 a month subscription, but it's not required. People working on the game pay off mortgages and send children to college off pledges money, and yet we are still waiting on the games. Tell me how that adds up. Hey, I'm not arguing with that. It depends on the scope of your game and how many people you have on your team and how competent all those people on the team are, right? And how many mistakes are made along the way that you have to fix. I saw a guy posted somewhere. I don't remember if this was on like a MMO forum or if this was like a journalistic thing I read. I don't remember. But it said like, if you're planning on making your first game, for the love of God, don't make an MMO.
Right.
And that's so true. And it went into like how technically ridiculously almost impossible it is if you don't have a ridiculously rich experience in game design. Once you get into the nitty-gritty, right? It's like, yeah, you can start making it. You can make a world. You can make it where people can come in, play at a base level. But once you start connecting all these dots, all these armor pieces fitting on all these races, all these abilities and how they react with other classes and how they make everything feel in the long run and what they do to enemies and enemies having different abilities they can do back to the party and then all the different things that the issues that causes with all the players' abilities, and once you get into all those things and everything playing with each other, bro, you're in for a freaking nightmare, right? Yeah, even the MMO experts struggle, right? Yeah, bad. Like pull their hair out, you know what I mean? Like, it's actually it's a miracle that we still get MMOs. Right? It really is, because the amount of stress and annoyance and aggravation of getting everything working, and then here's the other thing. Us MMO players, we are the pickiest, and that, you know, I am too. We are the, you know, like, we're crazy, bro. We're crazy. We're the hardest people to please, too. Dark Age of Camelot made for $2.5 million. Yep. That sounds about right. I think EverQuest was made for cheaper, though. Did anybody look that up? Do like the Legends of old devs did, just make it single player MMOs their first game. Yeah, smart. I think they do. I think they made that game specifically with in mind to make an MMO, but they wanted to start with something they thought they could do and learn first. Hard crowd, but if you hit the mark, you're going to go viral. Yeah. And we started with the masterpiece like EverQuest. Yeah, that don't make it any easier. 3 million for EverQuest. It was more expensive. Okay. All right. While in comparison, in the first 4 years cost 200 million, bro. Jeez. Jeez. And I forgot what ESO cost, but it was a crazy amount too. And I think that game took them 10 years, right? Alright, we got to that point in the stream. I'm gonna have to start giving the puppy snacks. Sure my wife will really appreciate me feeding the puppy potato chips, but hey, you got to do what you gotta do. WoW and ESO were smart and or lucky to have a world and fans of said world burst, though. Yeah, true. Yeah, I totally miscalculated how, at that time, how do you put this? How obsessed with Blizzard, how many people were just loved Blizzard. I didn't live in that world. I thought Diablo was cool. I thought Warcraft was cool. Warcraft 2 especially. I played I played that one a lot. But I didn't know there was these millions of people who just freaking love Blizzard. I did not know that. When World of Warcraft launched, that's when I learned. I actually didn't know up until that point.
Yeah, I loved Warcraft 2 too. And I was surprised that they were making an MMO based on that IP.
Yeah, and I expected it to be more Dark Age of Camelot, too. I expected World of Warcraft to be like building bases out in the PvP, and then the other team tries to, take them down. I expect, because Warcraft, right? Like, I thought they were going to go super deep into what made Warcraft cool. I totally didn't see them not going in that direction at all and going full-on MMO. I was shocked when I found out that World of Warcraft did not have building anything. I was like, what? It's freaking Warcraft. How? What are they doing? The old Warcraft games? Blizzard was making great stuff. It was. I was a huge Warcraft 2 fan. Diablo, yeah.
Oh, yeah, Diablo 1 was awesome.
Yeah, Diablo 1 was crazy good. Revolutionary.
Yeah.
Diablo was amazing.
The game loop was so fun and addictive. So basic, but so fun.
Yep. Yeah, so basic in retrospect, but it felt so good, by the way.
Yeah, it did. Just the upgrading of your spells, your gear, the randomness of the stuff. It's so good.
Yep.
There was a vibe to it that you just got addicted to.
Yeah. You just wanted one more level, one more round, one more.
And it had like a clay-mated kind of feel to it that I really liked the graphics at the time.
Yeah, it was satisfying too. Like
yeah,
things were responsive, and when you killed something and it died, like it's just so well done.
They took that. I feel like they did a good job of translating that death when things die. How cool, like the animation made you feel. You get that dopamine. I feel like they converted that feeling into World of Warcraft really well.
Yes, I agree. That's a good observation.
And Blizzard learned something that I feel like a lot of developers still haven't learned. We like to look at, I don't even know how to put this into English language, but what I'm trying to say is go look at World of Warcraft, especially Classic. I don't know about retail, I don't play enough of it to say that, but Classic, go look at their button design. Like the things you click. Look how just much you want to click them. You know what I mean? Like they do a really good job of everything looks so much fun to play with. Look at their UI, Classic's UI. Look at like the buttons. It's just they did something to where it just feels great. It's addictive looking before you even start it. They were good at that.
Yeah.
Gonna head out. A mountain of editing in front of me. All right, good luck, my friend. Oh, I didn't even see him. Let me grab him.
Oh, great mace that I just won. That's amazing.
Ooh, dang. We got a lot of urine out of that treasure. That climb to it, I want to get higher, stronger, more spells, come back and kill those fooks that killed me earlier. Yep. You want to level, you want to progress. Yep. Controls the interface of WoW is still best in the game today in its classic form. Yeah. Reactive, feels good. I remember being 16-year-old on Pizza Thursdays in the summer. Getting to the butcher on PS1. Fresh meat, yeah. Yep. Gaming was a lot different back then, just period. Everything was just different back then. We as people have changed along with the market too. It's worth noting that we've changed too, right? Like, not everybody, but the majority of people aren't as willing to do the same thing over and over and over again. Like back in the day, back in earlier gaming, up to somewhere maybe the PS2 age or beyond, possibly, we would just play the same game, the same level, and if we even got 10 seconds further than we'd ever been before, it was worth it. It was worth it. You know, you die, that'd be it, you have to start over.
Yeah, Prince of Persia, I remember, yeah.
Yeah, you just get a little bit further and be like, yes, progress! And you'd be totally cool that you died and you gotta do it all over again.
That's exactly Prince of Persia.
Yeah, Prince of Persia was super, definitely one of those games, yeah.
But even like the arcade games, you know, we play the same board over and over again just to get a higher score.
Yep.
I remember Donkey Kong on the, whatever it was called, on the handheld things.
Yeah, any of those games, Pac-Man, Space Invaders, Donkey Kong, Centipede.
Yes. Yes.
You just played them over and over again just to get another, just go, oh, I got to level 3. Well, it's the same as level 1 and 2, just called level 3.
Yeah, maybe a slightly different color palette on a couple of
Right,
things.
yeah, right. And we'd be
What
so
was the name
excited.
of these devices?
No, the actual arcade games. You
Yeah,
know,
arcade
you pay
games, yeah.
quarters in the arcade.
Yeah.
And we were satisfied to keep playing those kind of basic games over and over again, like you were saying. Now we want such diversity and richness in our games, and we get so easily bored and want the next.
We got a lot of options, and free games, I feel like, was the biggest problem, right? Because now you've got, forget about the cash shop for a second. That's obviously a whole nother subject. But like, you've got all these games you can play for free, right? And it's like, as if the market wasn't saturated enough, now you can play games and not spend any money. Right? Or so, you know, that's the catch. Then they get you in the cash shop, etc. But obviously they're making money. But that, I feel like that's what really changed it, right? You're talking about, Michael King, you're talking about Bounty Code. That's Bounty Code. He's got that voice that, you know, is soothing. You don't want to, you know, he's got that voice you don't want to have to disagree with, you know? Like, you just feel like he's got to be right, no matter what he says.
Read you the phone book.
Feels like a Bounty Code has that voice that feels like a cool summer breeze, right?
Wait, sure.
Oh, high score, how revolutionary that was, keeping people engaged, yeah. Think about how long it took before games stopped even doing it. You know, like, did anybody pay attention to their high score in Super Mario Brothers 3? Probably not. Was it still there? Yeah. It was still there. It's interesting how long that stayed. And what's funny is, I remember a specific memory. Because high scores, like, I have played some arcade games, right? But I wasn't, like, into gaming yet. The Nintendo was what got me into gaming. So when I started actually getting into gaming, it was about progression, right? Like, getting further in the game, beating the boss, you know, getting to the next level, right? That was what it was all about for me. I knew what high scores were, but that's just not how I perceived what playing a game meant, right? Except for very specific arcade games. Just for those. But that wasn't what I was addicted to. I was addicted to the progression, right? And I'll never forget, everybody had a Nintendo in my whole family. My grandma's bought one, right? So we'd have one to play when we were over at their house. My aunt had one. Everybody had a Nintendo, right? And I remember I was in the kitchen. That's where my grandma, and she played it too, which is even crazier to think about now. But she had a Nintendo, and she had Mario Brothers, the first one, right? And Duck Hunt. And it was in the corner of the kitchen. So, you know, when I went over to her house, she'd be cooking some yummy food. And I'd be sitting in the corner at her little table playing Nintendo, right? Playing Mario Brothers. I'll never forget one day, I beat the first level. The very first level. No big deal, right? Everybody beats the first level. But she looked over and she said, oh my gosh, that's a really high score for the first level. And I had never even considered that before. Because getting a high score to me just meant more fireworks. I never paid attention to the number. How many fireworks did I get at the end, right? And the higher the score, the more fireworks you get, right? And I think it had something to do with time limit, too, if I'm remembering right. But I'll never forget that's how she's seen it, though. She's seen the game as, like, how high of a score can you get before you get to the end of the level. That was what was important to her. My dad beat Top Gun on the NES. Oh, my gosh, dude. Your dad's a freaking legend. They never touched any other game after that. Well, it ruined them, dude.
So, like, when games were basic and all they had was that, like you said, repetitive level with maybe the colors changing a bit, all you had was the score to say how far you got.
To see how good you are.
Sideways scrollers came with levels and bosses and things, and that became more important than the score.
Yeah, now there is no high score.
Right, because it's all about progression. It's about gaining XP level, skills. You know, that replaced high score.
I think somebody should release an MMO with a high score. Every time you kill something, And then it's got a leaderboard, so that means that person put in the most time and effort. You know what I mean?
I guess levels are our new high score.
Yeah, but everybody well, not everybody, but you know, like, it's hard to say who's the best besides like who did it first. You know, that's the only way to. We need a high score system. We need that back in MMOs. I would be down with that.
That would be interesting if they could do it well.
Because whoever had the high score, you would look at your score and be like, dang, dude, how many things has he killed? And then people be doing different strategies, you know, like, well, bosses are worth more, so let's just farm bosses. I don't know. That could be cool. That could be cool. You can bring it back.
Well, the log they added here in Embers for the hunting is kind of like that.
It is kind of like that, yeah.
It's, you know, somebody will see, what, you killed 5,000 pterodils? Like, oh my gosh. That's your high score, kind of.
Dude, what are you talking about, Wild Red? Like, what are you talking about, dude? What are you talking about right now? We're not going to go into that subject, dude. We're not going to go into that. What are you talking about? A leaderboard on EverQuest, yeah. We need a high score leaderboard, though. Yeah, now I do get shocked at levels in a game like in this, right? Like when people are like, I'm level 50, I would be like, what? Oh my gosh! Or if like I just seen them a month ago and they're level 30, and then I come back on the next week and they're level 40, I'll be like, what? Because this game's hard as crap. Takes forever. So that can still be amazing in a game, yeah. Michael was talking about it. I didn't see that. I missed that. Hang on. You woke up to some Blue Chew ads? Yeah, I know the leaderboard in Dark Age of Camelot was a big deal because it'd be based on how many enemy players you killed. I think Warcraft did World of Warcraft do that too for a while? A PvP, I think they still do, a PvP leaderboard. In Dark Age, the whole game was, you know, pretty focused around the PvP. So that was a big deal. It would be, actually, it'd be based on how many round points you got. And I would go check who those people were. And there was at least an 8-month to a year worth of time that I would try to work my way up that leaderboard. During Depths of Darko, I had the highest AC, EverQuest 1, for like a week. Nice. I'll resume normal human operations based on my metadata. Hello, I'm Michael. How are you? The underground in WoW was way worse than the one in Dark Age Camelot. Yeah, the round point system was good, I feel like. At 85%. Anybody close to dinging?
91.
Not how much? Not say 92.
91.
Oh, 91. Nice, nice. You're close. WoW's was a terrible ladder grind. Yeah, Dark Age Camo is just about, yeah, your round success and what you contributed to it, yeah.
Is there a level 30 upgrade for an offhand healing? Like, I have a glowing rod. It's plus 12. I know that it's not the best for my level, but is there a level 31 for it?
I don't know. There are, I've seen quite a few of, with good offhand stats, but I don't remember what they were or where they dropped.
There isn't a really good wiki for this game yet.
No, there's one in the works, but
there's like 2 that are trying, I guess. And what was that? Bees of Knowledge or something.
Oh right, I forgot about that one.
And then there's the one that Blue is making.
Yeah, I knew about that one. That's the one I knew about, Alice Blue.
Alice Blue, yeah. But that one is not. It doesn't have that much information. I put a few quests in there, and there's a few more mobs, but it's definitely
I'm down.
lacking. But yeah.
Yeah, in a way that's kind of a plus on this game is how unknown a lot of the things are. It feels like the old days.
It's very mystified.
Wolfheart was talking about our Baldur's Gate 3 run. That's pretty epic. Wolfheart's it's a pretty big deal. How many subscribers he's got these days? 200,000? 300,000? He's way up there. He's my most famous friend I have. And Asmongold knows who I am, but I don't think we consider each other friends. Acquaintances at best. So he's my most famous friend. 208,000, yeah. I like that guy a lot. I actually found him. This is interesting. I found him because I was looking up what are common other YouTubers that my audience watches. And he was one of them. And so I looked in like, well, who's this guy? And then guess what? He likes cool, nerdy stuff just like I do, and I love him. Oh, you were playing with the real Asmongold? Dungeons and EQ2 needing keys. Oh yeah, I love stuff like that. This game has got plans to add a lot of that stuff, keyed progress to get into certain areas, but they haven't done it yet. And Pantheon in their latest update talked a little bit about that. But that's something that's going in their game right now. It's one of the things they're programming and working on. Oh, Asmongold got 200 game keys for Discord members. Oh, that is fantastic. I wish they'd invite me in the game. I wanted to play it. I wanted to stream it. Maybe next time. Yeah, there's a syndrome with... It applies to people who's been in a boss position for a long time. It also applies to content creators, specifically streamers, but not limited to. Where I always called this the boss syndrome, because I noticed it long before I was streaming or making content. I noticed it in the business world. And boss syndrome is where everybody has to tell you yes all the time, because you're the boss. And eventually, you think you're always right. Like, you find it very difficult to have any resistance. And it plays into a key humanistic factor, which is humans, we already are in love with ourselves, right? Like if you're deep down, even a humble person, is still in love with himself, right? And it plays into that, which is already a base human, like, sinful nature, right? But if you've been a boss a really long time and everybody tells you yes, everybody's afraid to tell you no, right? You end up with boss syndrome, which isn't good for the business anymore, because now nobody is, your ideas are just they're just going to happen. Like, nobody's going to resist them, right? And so you're going to obviously have horrible ideas. And you're not going to know that they're horrible because you think it's a good idea and everybody's like, yeah. And the same thing can happen with content creators. Over time, if you're not self-aware of it. I mean, even still, it creeps in on me every once in a while. I just originally, or I can later on think back and be like, yeah, I'm wrong, right? Like, that person was right.
Actually, I manage quite a lot of people, and I have to tell you that they get more credit if they disagree with me.
Yeah, makes sense. You want people to disagree with you sometimes, because you're never going to see different points of views otherwise, you know?
Are we going out?
Yeah, it might be a good time. Did we get him? Did we get to that guy's corpse? I guess so. He's gone. Yeah, this would be a decent time to call it, I guess. We've been going for about 3.5 hours. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I got to 86. What did you get to, Bounty?
I got to, it's from 42 to 64.
How close are you, Symbiosim, to leveling?
Nah, it's okay. It will take another hour. It's 92.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my puppy could really use some playtime. He's been good. Two types of people in the world: those who get up in life and become pricks, or those who get up in life and stay the same. Stay the same and got demoted because I wouldn't be a prick. Yeah, I got in some trouble one time for not being a jerk as well. That was probably it was like the first moment I realized I wanted to move into content creation, get out of the corporate world. When I realized that just because my team was successful and you know, doing really well, that didn't matter. They still wanted me to become them, even though the reason I was more successful than them was because I wasn't them, you know? And it was like, corporate will try to force you to become a certain way anyway, regardless of success. I thought I could change the company by proving, like, you know, you can treat people good and you'll get more out of them, right? Like, if you treat your employees good and they like coming to work, they're going to be more productive. And the customers are going to be happier because they're not dealing with people who don't want to be at work. They're dealing with people that like their job. And I thought I could prove that, you know. They didn't care.
That's horrible.
Yeah, they just were like, yeah, but look how much money it costs us to treat them good, right? It's like, oh my gosh, but look how much money we're making! You idiots! Quit looking at percentages. Look at the dollar amount. You know what I mean? Forget about the percentage. Forget about it. Look how much money total, right? But they want to look at percentages like, yeah, but we can squeeze out an extra 2%. We can squeeze out an extra 5%. If we didn't allow them overtime, if we, you know, paid them a little less at hire, if we, you know, it's like, all right, well, you're going to end up, you know, nobody's going to be happy, obviously, when they can't afford to pay the bills, right? Who's going to be happy working all day, busting their butt, and they still can't afford basic necessities for their family, right? But that's the corporate world, man. That's the way it is.
Yeah, they'll look at a little sliver of something and try to optimize it, even at the cost of, like you said, the overarching business.
That's right. And then they'll end up making less dollars. Like, they'll squeeze out a better percentage, and it will actually be less money. That's how dumb they are. It'll actually be less total money because they'll run customers off. They run their employees off. They're understaffed, so now they can't perform at the same level. And they're okay with that because they'll be like, yeah, but percent is up. 7% profit.
Oh, they'll say it. Our employee cost is 20% down.
Right.
But at what cost?
But at what cost? But at what cost? Right.
It doesn't matter because on that little report they can say, look, employee cost is 20% down. A lot of people who like buy out a company will do that. They'll like fire everybody, show that their employee costs went down by 80% to show how much more profitable they are, or something stupid.
Yep. Systems engineer deal with all Linux virtualization of biggest call center in the world, teleperformance, yet they want me to train a guy from India who hasn't a clue. To save money. He's going to take my job eventually. Yeah, they're making you train your replacement. Absolutely. Yep. And they do that a lot in business too, and it's really dirty. They'll make you train your replacement. And like, you're self-aware a lot of the times that that's exactly what's happening, but what can you do? Basing game prices off the market is more profitable. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, any business should understand that. Unfortunately, that's just things are moving away from that. That's how things used to be, and to some effect, some things still are, right? Like the average cost of groceries, even though we're still going to grocery stores that exist all over the country, the average cost of groceries here is still much lower than most places, right? There's probably better places. I'm just not aware of them. But in America, my state is pretty low for groceries, right? And these are the same brands everybody else is buying, right? Because they base that based on the area where they're selling them, right? But those days will be gone one day. One day they'll just be set prices, and that'll be it. That variance that companies have is shrinking. Well, anyway, guys, fun conversation, super fun group, lots of XP. I got all the way to 87. So next stream that we're XPing, I probably will deem. Super likely.
Nice. It was an amazing group, an amazing time as usual. Thank you.
Yep. Thanks for coming, guys. That was super fun. Thank you all for coming out. What day is today? Today is Sunday. So Monday, I'm working on a project that hopefully the powers that be allow for that to be a thing Monday. So I might have big news Monday, I hope. Probably will. Probably got big news Monday. But I'm going to go. I'm going to take care of his dog. He has been a very good boy. He has sat here for a total of 7.5 hours being a good boy. So it's time for him to get to go play and have some fun. And my wife will be home in a couple hours. So thank you all for coming out. Thank you all for the support. Appreciate all of you. Love everybody. I'll see you all tomorrow. We'll be streaming. It's Monday. I think tomorrow I might do some Quorum for my evening stream. So I'll see you guys there. We'll play some EverQuest Quorum. If I can get some people together and get a group. Tear up some more Unrest or something. Get some levels. But say goodbye, everybody.
Thank you very much.
Good night, everyone.
Bye.